to get stuff over here. All right, welcome to the final tribal council. Billy, AJ, and Sarah, you have made it as far as you can possibly go in this game. Congratulations to the three of you. Now the power shifts to the jury. All 12 people who you've had a hand in voting out of this game will now decide your fate in this game and determine the winner. But it's my understanding that someone has an announcement before we begin this. One of the final three.
Can I just take it away then?
Take it away.
Alrighty. So what everybody doesn't know, except me, AJ, and Seared, is right after fire making, we had another competition. And that competition was for an advantage. And I won this advantage. And this advantage is for removing a juror. And it is my great honor at this moment to remove Devin Selman.
All right. This is
why me? Oh my God.
Devin, with this advantage, you have been removed from the jury. You got Neil Gottlieb.
This is
Neil,
a joke.
Neil, the ice cream man. Unfortunately,
can I say something before I go?
He probably worked so hard in his jury speech. What the hell?
Can I say something before I go?
Yes, sure.
Okay. I just want to say before I go, Billy, you did that for no reason. You're not winning anyways. Seared, you played well, and AJ, congrats. My vote would have been for you.
All right.
Thanks,
with that, that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Do I have to leave the Zoom?
No, you don't have to leave the Zoom. You can stay and watch. But
well, actually, hold up. I literally have. Hold up. I have driver's ed. I'm gonna leave anyways. Let me know how it goes, y'all. Peace.
Hey, Devin.
Hi, Devin.
Yeah.
All right. Unfortunately, Devin was removed from the jury. We are now down to 11 jurors. Molly, let me talk to you first. What was your reaction to seeing that juror got removed from the game, from the thing? And how's that changed the game, in your opinion, Molly?
Oh, I don't really know if it does because just hearing from the like I think it's not going to be close.
Were you afraid that it was going to be you, that you were going to be removed?
No, because me and Billy are good. We're good. I love Billy, so I didn't think he was going to remove me.
Raise your hand if you're a juror and you thought that you were about to be removed from the jury just now. Raise your hand if you thought it could have been you. Okay, so it's not you, but here we go, down to 11. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do one juror at a time. We're going to go in order from people who are here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. This is an open forum, but what I don't mind is jurors asking questions in between speeches, if that makes sense, because I do want this to be like also interactive in a way. So if you do have like a pressing question or something that you want to address, and you are allowed to do that. I don't want this to be like that kind of thing. A big disclaimer right here. I am not allowing personal attacks at this final tribal council. If you personally attack anybody, I'm shutting it down. We're not doing that. This is a game. This is for fun. At the end of the day, so any personal attacks, any hostility, that's not gonna be allowed. Now, I mean, hostility when you're talking about a person's game, that's different. But I'm not allowing it. I've had a lot of conversations this week. I will not be responsible for a person leaving this tribal council feeling shitty. This is not what this is about. This is Survivor. This is a community, and we're all in this together. No one's being mean to anybody at this final tribal council. Wanted to say that there. But you are allowed to say what you have to say. But that we're not doing that. So that's my disclaimer there. If it happens, I'm shutting it down. I'm putting my foot down. That's your warning. But not saying that anyone's going to do that, but that's what I'm saying. We're going to allow each juror to give an opening speech. I'm not going to time you guys. This has been a long game. I'll allow you guys however much time you want. Don't make it too long, but address the jury in whichever way you want to address the jury. And here we go. Does anybody want to go first?
You said jury. Do you mean like the finalists there?
The final three, yes. Does anybody want to address the jury first? That's what I meant, yes.
I mean, I can go. I wrote something. It's pretty lengthy, though. I don't know.
Sure. Take it away.
Billy, you can go.
You can go.
All right. It might take me a minute. Sorry. So, hey guys, coming into this game, I didn't know. I feel like as many people as other people did because I'm kind of new to the face game side of the fandom. I knew 8 people, but I feel like that wasn't as much as other people in the game. So right away, I made decent connections with, I feel like, Devin, Kevin, and Alex. I talked to them a little bit, but not too much to feel like I'd be talking to everyone. And then I also had pre-existing relationships with Gus, Miles, and Molly on my tribe. And we never went to that tribal, but I feel like if we would have, I wouldn't have gone home. Then we swapped, and I made more connections with, I feel like, with Landon and Nate, and I had Seared as well. So I feel like I was in a good spot. And even though Lily targeted me the first time we went to tribal, I figured she'd go home because she was inactive, and everyone else kept me. It was a unanimous vote, and no one wanted to get rid of me besides her. And that kind of showed because the next tribal we went to, no one threw my name out again, and I didn't get a vote. And I feel like Lily voting me that tribal kind of helped me a little bit because last season I was voted out because I didn't have a single vote against me before I went home. And knowing that I have a couple votes, I feel like it helped me put a little bit of a target off my back. Then we swapped again, and I didn't go to a tribal. So at merge, the OG Kikiwaka people, we got together right away. So the 7 of us, and we decided to vote. We could vote out whoever we wanted. We were going to vote out Landon, but Devin got a little scared because Landon was bluffing the idol. That's why we switched to Cookie. Cookie, I did not want to vote you, but I was not going to try to shake things up. I love you, Cookie. Anyway, then at the Molly vote, me, Gus, and Miles, we all knew that we were probably on the bottom of that group, and we decided to flip. So, and I liked, as a whole, I felt like I liked the other side more anyway, and I could work better with them. So that's why we flipped. Molly, I didn't want to vote you either, but again, I was not working the vote. And then also, I was kind of throwing challenges a little bit early, like mainly pre-merge, not throwing them, but like not doing great in them on purpose. Because last season, I felt like I was also a little bit of a challenge threat. I did not want that this season. I didn't do good in the first 2 immunity challenges at merge either on purpose. Then at the final 12, I did win immunity technically by going to exile, but that's because I did not want to get screwed by the stupid groups of 2 twist. I did not want that at all. So I was going for immunity, and the fact that I was able to go to exile helped me a lot because then I got the steal a vote. I had to do a slide puzzle in 3 minutes, and I did it in 56 seconds, and I got the steal a vote. That would help me a lot later in the game. Then at final 10, we saw how big of a threat Miles was because I know he likes to flip back and forth. He did it last season. He didn't have any votes against him. He was good with a lot of people, and he didn't vote. He wasn't on my side at the groups of 2 twist. He voted with Kevin, I believe, on Ethan. So I knew he wouldn't be with me in the future. And we decided to vote him out. I created a chat of me, Nick, Seared, Gus, and Billy. Us 5 were the 5 people that took him out. And the final 9, obviously, that was pretty a shit show for me. That was the first time so far this season I'd voted incorrectly. I was blindsided when Gus went home. The only good thing I could say about that tribal was that I knew my name was out there. Yep, that was the name of our group, 5 Guys, Burgers, and Sex. Anyway, I knew my name was out there at final 9, but I didn't want to play my idol. I wanted to save it for a rainier day. And the fact I didn't play it was good because I got to keep it. Final 8, I went to Alex early that morning. I felt like I was on the bottom because I knew I was a threat. And I went to Alex the very next morning saying I wanted to do a big threats thing, alliance, to keep my name out of there. And that actually worked because Alex created the chat of me, Ethan, Devin, and Alex for the big threats alliance. And it caused Alex and Devin to want to vote. I think they wanted to vote Landon, I believe, but then Landon played an idol, or they switched it to Nick. Anyway, we switched it to Nick, and he kept the name off of me, and we took out, and then I was not with that. So we took out Devin, a big threat, who I knew could beat me in the end and probably was not with me in the future. And then Alex went home next. That was a pretty easy vote. I feel like, Alex, you were a great player. You played so well in immunity challenges. I'm not like that. I'm not bullshitting. Like, obviously everyone knows that. Obviously I misplayed my idol. The only thing I can say about that is it helped me, I feel like, at final 6, because at final 6, I didn't have the idol, and it made me more vulnerable, and I still had to steal a vote. And I felt like Nick, I know Nick and we voted out Ethan. I did not convince Nick. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I did not convince him to vote Ethan with me. It was more of a friend thing because Nick and I are very, very good friends from past games and everything. And he said he was gonna target me at 5 regardless. But it helped my relationship with Nick helped keep me in the game to get the final 5. And I could have took out Landon instead with Ethan. But my thought process was that I'm probably going to be targeted at final 5 regardless who I'm there with. If I lose, I'm out. So why not take out Ethan, who's a better person in challenges than Landon, I feel like, and I have a better chance of beating Landon in immunity at final 5. And at final 5, I was for sure going home. No matter what happens, if I lost final 5 immunity, I was going home. So I stuck up to the challenge, and I fucking clutched up and won immunity and guaranteed final 4. And then at final 4 endurance, I was not losing that. I was so ready for that. I prepared for it, and I was prepared to break the record if need be. Obviously, it went 24 hours, but I was not tired at all, and I was prepared to go forever. And now it guaranteed me final 3, sorry. And I feel like That is why I did it. Also, one more thing, I voted Seared at the Landon vote. It was the second time. It was only the second time I voted incorrectly all season. I voted Seared because he did not have any votes cast against him all season. I did not want to go up against that at Final Tribal, so I voted him and he received a vote. So overall, I think I played pretty well. I was a big threat and kind of on the bottom towards the end of the game. Yet I still managed to survive and get here, and that's why I think you guys should vote me. Sorry if that was too long, Amir.
No, that perfect. All right. Seared or Billy? Who wants to go next?
I can go, Seared, if you want.
Go ahead, Billy.
All right. Hi everyone. I didn't really prepare or do much. I know coming into this, many people don't like me. They don't appreciate me right now, and I'm aware. So I'm just gonna keep it short. I'm gonna, of course, try my best. It is an FTC. I'm here for respect of Amir and the respect of this game that we all play and love. Okay. So in the beginning of the game, I had many work conflicts, so that really sucked for me. But I had many people come to me. Addison came to me, Riley came to me, Dylan came to me, Sean came to me, and they're like, we know you haven't been active, but like we aren't gonna vote you out. And I was like, perfect. Obviously, that is just me optimistically thinking. Would it happen? We never know because we never got the opportunity to do that. But early on, I felt pretty good with my original tribe. I didn't think I was on the bottom, but I do think I would have received some votes if we lost the second immunity challenge, but we did not. And then everything was good. Pandora's box happened. Didn't receive a vote, so that was nice. And then we swapped on this first swap tribe. I made new relationships with Gus. I joined with Molly. I joined up with AJ, Landon. I joined up with a bunch of people that I really liked coming into the game, and I made new relationships with people. At this time on this swap tribe, me and Gus had many conversations, and we eventually led to me making a deal with Gus for a final 10. We would not target each other. We would not vote for each other until the final 10. I held that bargain. I believe Gus did too. So yes, that is something I did. And then we lost immunity. I received a vote. I mean, I was a little nervous, but like I was at dinner at my grandparents, so like I wasn't really paying attention because I'm not gonna be rude. And then we swapped again. I felt great immediately right after that. Like we won the challenge. We were going to go to a joint tribal council. So I was feeling real high at this point. But then it dawned onto me that I was on the bottom again. That it was season 5 all over again. I was going to be swap screwed again. But luckily, this tribe won immunities all until merge. But people were telling me we're going to vote out AJ. Like, no, you're not going to go. Like we never got the opportunity to see what would have happened, but obviously I was gonna go either before AJ or right after AJ. So then luckily I made merge at this game, so that was a very nice thing to do. I came into merge, that's this lone wolf to say. I wasn't part of Majority Alliance. 7 of my 8 original tribe members weren't in merge. I wasn't with the majority of my original season players. So I was a little nervous, but I knew people wouldn't target me because I knew I was good with both sides. But I wouldn't call it though playing both sides. I would not call it that. But I was good with both majority alliances. I had Molly up to like the final moments right before we had to vote at that first tribal council at merge. Like the vote is changed into Cookie. Landon was bluffing, so Devin got nervous, even though I knew Landon was bluffing because I knew Ethan found the merge idol because he told me. Obviously, I thought maybe Ethan was going to play it for Landon, but that didn't happen. He played it for himself. And then Molly was voted out. At this vote, I made a majority alliance chat with me, AJ, Ethan, Nick, Landon, and I believe, and Miles was there too. So that was 7 of us. But then I had to go drive my sister to dance. So I was not there for the strategic part of that. But sorry, I'm not getting in a car accident driving my sister to a dance class. That's just not going to happen. So then I came back, I found they were going to vote Molly. I wasn't super happy with this idea because I was close with Molly. I wish we went for somebody else. But it was like 10-15 minutes before tribal council, and I knew it was going to be hard to plow through like 6 other people to get an idea out there and change the vote. Obviously, it wasn't going to happen. I knew the other people were going to vote Gus, but at this time there were still, I think, 13 of us or 12 of us. So I knew I was not going to vote Gus because I was going to hold that deal up. And then Molly went. And then we had the 2 groups thing happen, I believe. I was in a group which I ultimately voted out Kevin. I did this because, as again, 5 days ago, my age, I'm 17 miles. 5 days ago, if I stuck on that tribe and I voted loyal with those people, I was on the bottom. So why on earth would I go back to the group of people who I was on the bottom of a tribe with 5 days ago? Ethan did not tell me to, Devin. I don't want to hear from you. You're supposed to be gone. Anywho.
Okay, guys,
I'm
chill.
sorry. I'm so anxious and I'm so over this right now.
Okay, guys, chill. It's okay.
If you're not on the jury, shouldn't you like not be saying stuff in chat?
I don't want to have to be that guy, but okay,
Devin, you're not on the jury. You don't even
Devin,
have to.
please, I really do. No,
Billy,
Devin, you don't have to leave, Devin. I'm saying like just please don't speak in it because this happens. That's what I'm saying. I don't want any. Please don't speak in the chat, please. Thank you, Billy. Continue.
Okay. Anywho, sorry about that. The groups, yeah, I voted out Kevin because I would have been on the bottom of that alliance. And then Dylan was voted out. I wasn't very happy with Dylan being voted out. I probably would have voted Ethan if I knew Dylan was gone to hurt both sides, but obviously I didn't. Obviously it hurt because I was hanging out with friends. But anywho, and then the next day, there was a lot of stuff happening personally for my life at this moment. My uncle died. So I was obviously not there. I was not active for that day when Gus went. So originally I was talking to Seared about this. I was talking to Nick about this, and I was having conversations with other people at the time. My plan was originally vote AJ because I knew AJ, Miles, or Gus. Oh, I think I'm messing this up. I think I missed Miles. Oh my God. Anywho, so yeah, when Gus did go, I wasn't super happy, but like, again, to me, Gus and AJ were the same threat level. And I told people my one concern, if we did make this move, is that Devin and Alex were gonna gain control for a vote. And obviously that happened. I did end up voting AJ. That's what I told the people I was gonna do. I was not in the strategy talk for the day. Because it also didn't really bring it up with people much, because I learned that I'm not going to bring up their name, but another fellow cast member of the season had some family issues, and people took it as he was lying, and that he was making up and looking for excuses should not be voted out. That is so wrong on so many levels. So wrong. Anywho, I need to be done with this. I then from there, I lost touchy subjects. That really hurt. My emotions just became a lot. I learned that I was spy shot calling somebody, which was, again, not okay on many levels. And then I was just viewed as a goat. I was viewed as a floater personally. And I know if I talk to other people about this, I was not a goat. I voted out people for reasons. I voted out almost correctly every single time, except maybe 1 or 2 times. I made the moves that I needed to do. I had a reason why I voted out each single person here, and I'm sorry that I did, but that is the game we all love and play. If you think I deserve it and I play the best game, please and vote for me. I'm looking forward to answer any questions you have. Thank you.
I'm muted. All right, Siri, take it away.
Okay, guys, my memory might be a little fuzzy about the exact chronological order of what happened. So if I say anything wrong or something, please correct me. Coming into this game, I wanted to play a game where I integrate myself in a group, where I'm not targeted and where I don't really have to target people actively. I can plant seeds into people's heads to vote for a certain person. And if that doesn't work, I just have to take charge and make sure that person goes home, which would be in my best interest. So first vote, Kobe goes home. He wasn't active, not much there. Second vote, Brady, he threw my name out, which I didn't like, where Nick fell on a sword for me. And I think Landon was the one to tell Brady to vote for Nick instead of me, which was pretty cool. So then Nick got onto redemption, which I didn't like, but it wasn't me, so I preferred that. After that, I just had control of my tribe. every single vote, until the point where I was on a 5-person tribe with me, Cookie, Landon, Brady, and Gus, where initially the plan was to vote out Landon. And Landon was a close ally of mine. I really like Landon. I really like Brady too, but it was just because Brady targeted me on the second tribal that I trusted Landon more. So I got Gus to flip, or I convinced Gus to vote out Brady over Landon, which was beneficial to my game in the long run. Then when merge hit, my sexy friend Cookie got voted out, and I was a little bit sad about that. But I quickly recovered, voting out Molly, doing what I had to do. Then at the group split, with me, Gus, Landon, Alex, and Dylan, Landon and Gus both had idols, so I wanted to make sure that they both played them. So I told Alex and Dylan to vote for Gus, and they did. So Gus played his idol. I voted for Landon in case Landon didn't have an idol and an idol was played on Dylan, so I would be safe. There wasn't anything like that. I still recovered after that. I made up an excuse to Landon, so that was all fine. Yeah, after that, just I voted out Miles because he was playing too well. He was playing both sides. That was scary. Then I realized that both Gus and AJ were really big threats, and I knew that Billy did too. So I approached Nick, I approached Billy, then I approached Devin and Alex, and Devin and Alex pulled a sneaky one on me and voted out Gus over AJ. Of course, I would prefer it to be AJ because that was our plan. But Gus going home was beneficial to my game as well because Gus was a really big threat. I recovered after that, took out Devin, took out Alex, and then without any votes cast against me until final 5, where I got 1 vote from AJ because he didn't want me to make the argument, but I will still kind of do it. So yeah, I never really was targeted at any tribal except for the second one. And I still made it through that even with an idle play. I'm pretty content with my game. I think both Billy and AJ played really great games too. So if you have any questions, please question away.
All right. And now we will finally turn to the jury. That was long opening speeches, but I hope I completely understand. Hopefully you guys, the jury, has a better understanding of what happened. So the first juror to go is Brady. He's not here, but he did pre-vote. He did send me something, so I'm going to read it on his behalf. He said, "To be honest, I don't think any of you deserve to win this game. All 3 of you have improved to the jury, and I think that your gameplay this season, and all 3 of you have improved to the jury, and that your gameplay this season is enough to win a game like this. Tonight, I'm voting for the person who played the best out of you 3. Billy's question. Billy, you kept saying as tribal councils that you weren't being added to any alliance chats. So I want to ask you, why didn't you try to make those chats your own and not wait for them to come to you?"
Well, I did make them. I made the one when Molly went. I made that one. I made one after with Nick Pellegrino and Seared. I always talk to people one-on-one, even if like I wasn't added to them. I always made sure I was good with the majority alliances. And obviously that was true. I was good at the merge. I knew both of the plans. I knew both of the plans at the second merge boot. And then, lines were drawn and I didn't know every single plan, but I still, I reached out to people. I made some alliance chat and I always made sure to talk to people one-on-one.
All right. Seer, why didn't you make any big moves after the merge?
I think I did, but obviously it's not only one person to make a move. Voting out Miles was a pretty big thing. I've talked to people. I prefer talking to people individually over talking to people in groups, because that just, when you talk to someone individually, that makes that person think that you can trust them. So I talked about Miles, that he was a really big threat. And then I asked people to I think we should make a majority alliance with certain people. And then they did, which made it seem like I wasn't the one to do something like that. And voting out Dylan, while it wasn't a big move, still getting both Gus and Landon to play their idols was still pretty cool.
Okay. AJ, same question as Seared.
Well, apparently me not making big moves mattered too much because it still put a target on my back because people saw like I was playing decent socially. I think towards the end I didn't make any massive moves at all, but like I said, talking to Alex the morning before he went home to keep the target off my back kind of helped me a little bit because I didn't receive any votes that tribal. Having a good relationship with Nick to make sure that I didn't go home and have my steal a vote at final 6 kept me in the game. That was good. Making the chat to get out Miles. Seared, the Miles vote, I don't think was any of either of our moves. I think it was Gus's move. I think Gus was the person that brought up that move in the first place, just for the record. But
yeah, I think so too.
I don't think anyone this season made any huge outstanding moves that was their own move. That I can think of. Alex has a finger point. I mean, if he wants to talk, he can. Like
I was gonna say, I'll talk in my jury speed. Sorry, that was so sassy and it was not meant to be sassy, but I'll share my thoughts at the
I can't think of anything at the moment. If I'm wrong, like call me out on it. That's fine. But further, I don't think any particular person had one outstanding move that was all by themselves. I don't think it at all.
Okay.
Okay. Like Ethan, your idol plays, but
raise your hand. Okay, so this is the time where I'm going to allow this. Did you have something to say, Ethan?
I played this whole damn game by myself for most of it. I mean, I played the whole pre-merge by myself, so I think that it's not fair to say that. I'll wait till mine as well because I have a lot to say.
Because I do also like.
Okay, yeah, I do have something to say about Ethan, like how well he played too. I forgot to say it in my speech.
Okay, so that was Brady's part. Cookie, take it away. Our second member of the jury, also my winner pick this season.
All right. 1 second. Fuck off. 1 second. Let me go get into my Ponderosa outfit. Hold on. 1 second. One second. Ponderosa outfit. Hold on.
He doesn't take off his shirt. I'm gonna be really fucking disappointed.
Oh no.
Shut up, Kyle.
Can we see your titties?
Shut up by kissing me hot on the mouth. Why don't you?
Let us see the titties.
I have a feeling
1 second.
All Stars is just going to be a whole lot of sexual tension, judging by how all these chats go down.
There's already sexual tension.
All right, guys. So,
fuck.
Yes, the pink thing.
So, first of all, great game on all you guys' parts. A lot of people in the jury, including myself, wanted to just come on here and just be completely disrespectful. I mean, to the fucking, I got the dolphin with me, by the way, but we all wanted to be completely disrespectful. And then I realized something. There was a group of 24 people that had one more chance to win this game. And you three were able to outlast 21 people's, not dreams, but goals and ambitions to be in online Survivor competitions bio, which, kind of makes it seem like we're a part of Amir's cult. But it's not a dick. I just use it like it is. Okay, come on. So what I'm going to try and do here, and by the way, with you three, I'm not going to be attacking anybody for their person. I love all three of you. I adore all three of you. But I will be trying to attack your guys' games. And if I am wrong, please tell me. I want to be wrong in this situation. Usually I want to be right, whole lot of Capricorn shit. But I want to be proved wrong right now. So I'm going to try and go down the person by person here. And I'm just gonna tell you what I see from your guys' games and tell me how I'm wrong. All right, boom, here we go. Billy, I'm gonna start with you. Now I feel like in a way, and please just respond to me after I'm done talking to all three, because I kind of just want to get done with the talking shit. Billy, I feel like at certain points of this game, you knew what you were doing. And that was playing for this position right here, but not to win, to be third place. And there's no problem with that. You still get a medal. It's just bronze and not gold. The whole season, after I've been on the jury and seeing how you kind of talked and interacted with Amir at the tribals, I started calling you Purple Billy, because I feel like when these posts start to get put out on his page, that you're going to be lacking with confessionals and with moves that you were able to do. And that's not anything against you, because honestly, I feel like a lot of us expected this season to be some big explosion, big moves, strategical stuff. It just wasn't that. That's not what the season ended up being. I mean, the way I like to describe it is, if you three guys went out to dinner, Seared and AJ would be across the table having a lovely dinner on a date, and you'd be out in the corner at the kids' table coloring in some papers because you were very much in the background. You were very much not noticed. And I want you to try and explain to me why that's not the case. Because while I don't respect being a GOAT, that's what the whole jury thinks that you've been. And by the way, making 2 alliance chats or whatever you said was isn't really going to prove that. I need something from you. Now, Sid and AJ, this is where it gets pretty difficult for me at this moment. You two are in a very tight race. But what I will say is you two were able to play great social games on your guys' ends. I mean, Seared, AJ, you guys had all the tools in front of you because of how you were able to integrate yourself socially. It was a big talking point for Seared, but I think it's also a huge talking point for AJ in this instance. I mean, both people were able to go for it. Now, that is not what matters. What matters is how are you able to use the tools that you gain from your social play to strategically put yourself ahead the other people. And what's happened here is Sear played a vote disruptor, and that's about it. And AJ played a steal vote to get Ethan out. So I really I want something from the two of you because I feel like it's a very similar thing right now between y'all two. What'd you do? What'd you do to win the damn game? And Billy, please tell me if I'm wrong, please, because I like to be proved wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
I'll start because he brought me up first. So I mean, yeah, it sucks that I came into Merge that the position I was in, like there was nothing I can do to change it. Like I didn't go to that many pre-merge tribals once I swapped to that second tribe. So I didn't really have a say on who came with me to merge. And then eventually when I swapped to that third tribe, I didn't go to any other pre-merge to help my game and help my tribe members stay in the game. And that is the game. I luckily didn't have to go to those tribal councils and worry about my own life in this game. So that's what happened. But I still came into Merge, as I said, as this lone wolf. People were picking me up with their pack. They were telling me their plans. And when you were voted out, Cookie, I didn't really know you and I wanted to get to know you, but I knew I was not in that power position, or at least in that power position yet, to have my name, or not my name, my voice to be heard and say, I don't want that to happen. And I wasn't even there when it did change to you. It was supposed to be Landon, and I was like, ugh, what the heck? But I knew that game, at that point, I couldn't do anything about it. And then when I did go on, I went on, I thought a lot personally. I did send a lot of confessionals explaining what I did. I literally have a notebook. I don't know where it is right now because I just cleaned my room and it was so messy of like, I was like, who voted who did what, who should go next? Like literally, I was similar to Gus when he wanted Miles out. And I agreed with that because on this piece of paper I wrote, I thought of every group that I could think of, who was in each group, which alliance, and the common denominator, and at least 5 that I could count, Miles is in each one of them. So I knew Miles had to do with it. It was unfortunate that Gus brought it up to me first because I was feeling the same type of feeling that he was. I wish that I did come to people first and say that, but ultimately, I'm happy that it did happen and everything, but I'm not the happiest about it. And then, when you get to touchy subjects and you learn that people don't deserve to be here, you're this golden floater, that hurts. And like after learning that your uncle just died, that takes a toll on you emotionally. And then so I was just not, and that day, so I was just not in it mindfully. Like I forgot AJ had an idol and I wanted to vote for him, and that is on me. And that hurts. So then for those next couple of days, I was very sad. I was depressed, anxiety. But I believe or at least I voted for people out who I thought were threats, and they were threats. But yeah, I don't think I deserve to be at the kids' table.
Hey, by the way, before anyone else starts, huge respect to you for still playing this game after that news got broke out to you. Because if it was me, I would have been on the edge of just leaving the game because
I was very close to that.
So the fact
rumors about the jury chats, like saying these awful things about me and everybody else in the game, I was so close. Like I texted Imir, I was like, I might quit. Like this is not okay anymore for me, and I don't know how much more if I can do this. But for respect to this game, for respect for Imir, and respect for me, I stuck it out.
Yeah, no, I got huge respect for you on that end.
Okay, Seared,
Um,
yeah.
Seared,
AJ, are you going next?
I can if you want. So
Okay, listen. Hey, before you start, I had two moves in this game. I had a big vote in Nick Pellegrino going out third, and I was also the one sole vote for Jonah. So just so you know, I did stuff. All right, keep on.
wait, was that for me or?
Yeah, no, I just want to say I did moves.
Okay, so
You good, baby? You good?
good on you. So you're right. And you said your question was, what did I do to win the game?
What did you do over Seared? Because I feel like you guys played a very, I forgot the word. I
Got it.
forgot the fucking word.
Well,
It's the fedora. It's taking away my brain cells. Similar. There we go. Similar. I got similar. There we go. Thank you. So who the hell is
Okay,
Survivor
good.
Mac? Who the hell is that? You guys were very similar with socially how you guys played. You guys were able to get these tools for yourself with your connections. What puts you ahead of Seared? Because for me, it's a two-man race right now. Billy's worked his way up a little bit with that, but it's still very tight between you two. How do you deserve it over Seared? Because you guys did play a similar game socially. You had a lot of the tools needed to win this game. What'd you do over him?
Well, first of all, I did vote correctly more than Seared, and I was all Gus going home was the only time that I didn't know who was going home the entire game. I focused, obviously Seared did this as well. I focused on one-on-one social connections to let me know who the vote usually always was. Even with the James Pandora's box, I knew James was going home. Seared didn't. Same with Cookie going home, with you going home, Cookie. Seared did not know that. I did. And even with, even when Gus went home, I didn't vote correctly. Neither did Seared. He thought I was going home, and Gus went home. So I think for voting wise, I knew what was going on more than Seared. Also, immunity challenges. I won 3 if you want to count Exile this season. 2 of them I needed to win, and I felt like those were very clutch. You said, what did I do to win the game? Winning those immunity challenges what is the only reason why, towards the end of the game, why I got here. Seared did not do that towards the end of the game. He won fire to get here, but it was the same exact challenge he won at Final 9. That was obviously pre-planned, but I was saying it's not like he clutched up in some new challenge against Nick. It's the same. It was the same exact challenge. So I don't even know what the chat's saying, but with immunity wins, going for the idol, which helped me have obviously I had the idol at 10, and that caused people to not want to vote me at 9. It was on me, and I think it switched off to me to Gus because people thought I was going to play the idol. People were gonna vote me at 8, but then I thought I was gonna play the idol, and I didn't play the idol, so when 8 went to Devin, and that's I think that's why I deserve it over Seared.
Seared.
Okay. So first off, I was pretty sure James was going home. Our tribe was in the minority over those other 2 big Goliath tribes. I just tried to make the best of it, but sadly I couldn't save James. I even voted James. Yeah, I think. I'm not sure. I already had the tools in front of me, as Cookie said. So did AJ. But what I did I built a beautiful mansion to live in for the rest of my life. While you, I think, are insinuating on building a bomb that explodes, boom, powerful, flashy move, instant win in the game. That's not how I can play. I try to build social connections with everyone, try to make people like me, try to make people want to work with me, trying to get people to need to work with me to make sure that I could move further in the game. I think I've played a way more consistent game than AJ. As far as the odds of me making Final Tribal Council, they were a lot bigger than those of AJ. You can say that's good on AJ's part. I think it's good on my part that I got myself into a position where I was in a really good spot to make it to the end. Yeah. I wanted to say something, but I lost it.
Oh yeah, by the way, shout out to season 6 crew, bro. We all fucking killed it this season,
Hell yeah,
bro.
dude. Hell yeah.
Stand up. 2 of the 3 people being from season 6 is absolutely amazing, bro. I'm proud of all 3 of you.
Thank you.
Good fucking luck, because I'd be
Amir,
shitting bricks right now.
Great speech, great outfit.
Well done to season.
Oh, thank you,
guys.
Amir, I remember what I wanted to say.
Okay, go ahead, Seared.
It's not too big of a deal, but technically, since both me and AJ voted incorrectly 2 times. That's something I want to say. He voted me out of me not wanting to make an argument, which all right, fair. Okay, AJ voted or knew who was going home 1 time more than me, which I think is very applaudable.
You voted incorrectly more than 2 times. You voted incorrectly when Nick went home. You voted incorrectly when James went home. You voted incorrectly when Cookie went home. You voted incorrectly when Gus went home. That's 4 I can think of right off the bat.
Don't forget about Alex.
The James vote, I voted James, I think, I'm pretty sure.
No,
The Nick
you
vote, I
didn't.
voted in
Walker-
majority,
Kiki
which,
Walker
yeah,
people-
it got canceled out by an idol, but still.
The Kiki Waka people voted
I
James
would've
because it was
voted
8 of
more.
us, and there were only
Alright,
there were
guys.
only 7 votes on James regardless. And I think Nick voted me, Ethan. When
All right,
80
guys, let's move on. Sorry, we get the point. Let's move on.
So love you, AJ.
Love you, Seared. I'm just trying to do anything that I'm just trying to prove.
Yeah, me too.
Was mentioning that you guys shouted out season 6. Our season 6 winner Andy is here. Just by the way, just saying that he's here. Say hi to him.
Runner-up
Fuck
here
you,
too.
Andy.
Nobody
11th place is here
cares.
as well.
Yeah,
Moving
fuck you,
on.
Andy. You're a piece of shit.
Nobody remembers number 2, Kyle.
Moving on to Molly. Take it away.
You remember
Also,
that sentiment.
Guys,
you remember that.
Guys, okay, here we go. Give Molly a round of applause. Last girl standing.
Thank you. There were only 4 of them, so it wasn't that hard. But
But last girl standing. Good job to her.
only
Okay.
female juror.
Only woman on jurors. Take it away.
Okay, so I want to start off by saying no hate to anyone. Like, I'm not going to bash you guys, but I think that's rude because you all made it here, which is something I couldn't do, which is something the rest of the jury couldn't do. So congrats, props to you guys for doing that. So I didn't have anything prepared because I'm a little bit of a procrastinator and I was kind of just like staring off into space when you were talking. But I did take some notes when Sierra was saying, you can see right here, he said you played a more consistent game. What does that mean? What is a consistent game? Can you tell me? Can you expand on that?
Yeah, I think I might have phrased it incorrectly. Yeah. I think I was trying to say that I had way better odds at making it to the end than AJ, which you can say is good for AJ's part, but the chances of him getting to the end were very slim, while mine were pretty big and in a good spot at final tribal council against the people that I would have or could have been up against. That's what I tried to say.
Okay, and I was going to touch on that next because I think, personally, I don't think that's a good way to play it. I think that's a flaw. Not that you played bad, but I think your odds at getting to FTC, I don't think that's a plus for you. I think that's a minus because that means people didn't see you as a threat and would have taken you to final tribal. So,
No, but what
in my opinion,
trying to say is that I made sure that I got to final tribal council while not being viewed as a goat, and I don't think I am. I'm not 100% sure, but still.
I don't think any of you guys are, but y'all made it here. So good job. But at least when I was in the game, I heard you were the season 6 people's number. I'm not gonna say goat, but number. So because I really worked with it, I don't really know much about your game, Seared. So I'm gonna move on to AJ. AJ, hey bestie. So I think you played well. Like, to be completely honest with you, I think you played really well, and you've taken on a strategy that I've taken on and I've won, which is when people think this season is boring. I don't think it's boring. I think you did what you have to do to win. I did this in Stallings game. Take out all the big threats, and then you're the last one standing. Yes, I see. Alex knows. I'm here knows. So because from day one, when Mr. Ethan Howard stepped on this beach, people knew he was going to win the game. Day one, before he found any others, before he played, he's going to win this game. There you go, Ethan. And what did you do? You took him out. And then what did you do at 5? At 5, you should have taken out Nick, but you couldn't because he had an idol. But so then you took out Landon, the next biggest threat to him, because you thought he would get some votes. Good job. And then what did you do at 4? You sent Nick and Seared into fire, knew Seared would win, and Nick lost in fire. So I applaud you for that. I think that's very good gameplay. People might think it's underwhelming. It's not like big, flashy, boom, boom, boom moves, but you did what you had to do to get to the end. So I think that's amazing on your part. I really have a question for you. I just wanted to make
Thank you.
And Billy, I love you. You played amazing. Good job. That's all I got. Next year.
All right. Expanding hothead Kevin. You are next. I know that you're here. You unmuted yourself. Do you have a question?
No, I can't really talk much. Can I talk at the end?
You want to go at the end?
Yes, because I can't talk that much.
Okay. All right. You'll go at the end. Dylan, trying to see if he had a speech, but he did pre-vote. I don't know if he had a speech. Okay. No, he just voted for someone. Miles, take it away.
Guess who's here? I'm here. Congrats for making it to the final 3, guys. You all played the game that you had to play to get there. So if you were at season 6 Final Tribal Council, you know that there was this iconic person named Lucian. Today, I'll be taking a page out of his book. So, therefore, Final 3, please mute yourself while I talk at you. I'll do that. Okay, who should I start with? Let's go in alphabetical order. AJ, you know, I love you. You're like my bro. I think it's like, I know people say that you're the most likely to win, but like, I don't see anything that you really did. I mean, like, you probably were like the biggest threat after me, Alex, Ethan, and Devin were gone. You became the biggest threat, but then you didn't end up getting taken out. I don't know why people didn't take you out, but it's kind of odd. I feel like personally, the 3 of you are like the 3 Michelles, and everybody thinks Michelle doesn't deserve to win, but she ended up pulling it out. And one of you are gonna be that Michelle. So congrats to y'all. Seared, you know, I love you like my bro as well. I think you did play a more like backgroundy, but not in a bad way, but like you made yourself not look like a threat. So like I think you talking to people personally did like help you, because then you built, because that connects. I know when you're talking to people one-on-one, it's like it's real than rather talking in the group, because people are more likely to lie in a group than lie to you to your face. I mean, they could lie either way, but it doesn't matter. You did play the way you had to play to get here, you know, and congrats to you. Billy, we had a pass coming into this game. You were like my ride or die in Molly's game, and we came to this game the same way. Oh my gosh. You did play a certain way. I mean, like, I don't really know anything that you did personally, but like, it got you here, I guess. I'm sorry for your loss. That is very sad. I've never lost anybody, but I can only imagine. I think that you got yourself here. I know some days you weren't as active as others, but you still managed to get here. And I have a question for y'all. One, I'm mad at y'all because y'all took me out. I'm not really mad, I'm just saying. 2, how did y'all figure out, wait, no, before I ask the question, to everybody on the jury and everybody in this call right now, if y'all say the flipping strategy does not work, it does work. I played it 2 seasons and it got me pretty far. Okay, now my question is for the whole final, what is it called? I would like to know, how did y'all realize I was a threat? Like, what gave it away? Anybody can start. Billy, you can start.
Okay. Like as I said before, I literally like one night I made a whole confessional. I wish I could find it in my DMs with Imir, but literally we were both put in both Alliance chat, the Molly vote. So I was like, oh, we're both, I guess, in the middle, I guess, in this situation. So clearly we both have some immense power in this situation. 2, when AJ came to me after the first merge boot saying me, Miles, and Gus all want to flip in that alliance, I was like, oh, so Kevin, and Alex don't really have like as much power now if you 3 want to flip, which is when I knew like these 3 are a threat. They need to go. At least 2 of you went, but now 1 of you went. And then again, I wrote in this notebook. I don't know where it is. But like I wrote in a notebook. I put down each alliance I could think of at the moment when I was doing it. And you were in at least 5, which was like more than anybody else. Granted, there could be more behind the scenes, but I was like, Miles needs to go. And obviously I knew our past. I was like, you were also a good player in Corey and Molly's game. Shout out to them. But yeah, I was like, he needs to go.
I can go.
You could.
So Miles, obviously I saw you play last season. You took my ass out. You blindsided me hard. I didn't obviously you flip back and forth. That's how you play. I didn't say that was a bad strategy. It does work sometimes. I was just saying that's how you play. And I saw you doing it this season as well. You voted with Devin's side to vote out Cookie, and then you voted out with the other side to vote out Molly, and then you flipped back to Kevin at the split tribal and voted Ethan, even though he didn't go home. That's how you voted. Then there was touchy subjects when you messaged the chat of me, Gus, and you saying, "Don't cut me, I won't cut you." And then other people came to me saying,
I literally texted everybody in the game and told them not to cut me. That's literally how I got final 2.
I know, and like I realized, because a lot of people told me that, and I was like, I realized you're close with everyone. Like you tried to be that last season too. Like you literally messaged the main chat saying my DMs are open, like trying to get people to be close with you, and that's good on you. Obviously, I know you didn't have any votes cast against you. That was another big thing. That's why you took my ass out last season. So like all of that combined together feels like I need to take you out because you would have voted me anytime, I feel like, as well, because you didn't want to do it again.
Seared, before you start, I would just like to say I am so sorry for cutting you in the first one. Right,
bro, it's all good, bro.
I did not know that Billy was playing, and if I did know, I would have cut him. But I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
Yo, it's all good. Okay, so that was like, I was pretty sure you told everyone not to cut your rope, but still, you cutting my rope first time, that gave off something. But I was just reflecting on the game, reflecting on everyone who was there, and I thought about the people that are not clearly affiliated with any side. And those people I thought were you and Gus. And I knew Gus. I've talked to Gus. I've been with Gus for a pretty long time. And I know Gus is very eager to make moves on people that need to be made a move on. So I talked about it with Gus, and Gus was like, yeah, Miles is too big of a threat. He's in the middle, he's flipping, just like he did last season. So I thought, instead of taking out Devin, Alex, Kevin, we need to take out Miles, because if we get farther in the game, Miles is just realistically a way bigger threat to make it to the end and eventually win.
With that being said, at every tribal council I go to, I ask this one iconic question, and people in season 6 will never forget it. And y'all better not forget it. I would like the jury to pick a number between 1 and 30.
69.
Okay.
AJ, you're on mute.
Oh, my bad. I'm not going first.
I'll go with 12.
His price is right in it.
7.
13.
No, I'm changing my mind. I'm going with 8.
Okay, well, 13 still.
Oh, you.
Alrighty. Also, what was I gonna ask? This is for Seared and AJ, because Billy, I'm not excluded, but like you weren't in last season. So
Yeah.
like it's just for like, so out of all the season 6 people, which were me, AJ, Seared, Cookie, and am I missing anybody? Gus.
You missing me, you stupid
Riley
motherfucker? What
and
are you doing,
Kobe,
Miles?
For like the first person I said.
Ethan, Kobe, Riley.
They were early.
I think 8.
Out of all the season 6 people, who do you think played the best?
Ethan, hands down.
Okay.
I usually judge games on who makes it the furthest, so I will say AJ.
I got Primrose twice. I think I deserve to be the best player.
Ooh, okay. Anyway, congrats to you all.
Thank you.
You made it here one way or another. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell anybody any different. What did I just say? Don't let anybody tell you any different. Okay, there we go. I hope this didn't take too long. Love you all, and
Miles, you talk too much. Moving on. Moving over. I'm just joking. I love you. Keep going. Are you done?
Yes. Oh, I have a question for Amir.
Yes.
Did I play well I played better this season, right?
You played very well, and now you'll see in rankings. You did play very well, Miles. You did.
I sure did.
You did play.
Anyway, next juror.
All right, my next juror, Gus. Take it away, buddy.
Hi, good evening, gentlemen. I think I'm in sort of a unique position because I'm speaking truthfully to myself. At one point or another in this game, I could say with some certainty each one of you 3 was my closest ally, from my opinion. I went through a period with each of you as my closest ally. And before I get to my question, I'm going to just clarify some stuff. The Miles vote. Me and AJ have been discussing making a move on Miles since about Final 12. And then I went to Billy about it, and Billy brought up that Miles had tried to form a voting block behind my back. I don't know if that was true or not. I don't know if that was a bluff. If it was a bluff, well done. And you did us all there. because that was what solidified making the move on Miles.
Well,
So if that was a bluff, well done.
Miles, to make the clarification, respond to that, what Gus was saying about.
Oh, okay. So me and Gus talked about this before, and I was on Billy called me, and then I was like, who are some people that you feel good with? Da, da, da. We talked about it. And then he came to me about the voting block, but I think I showed enough interest that he was able to get y'all to believe I made the voting block. I mean, I asked him who did he feel good with, and then he was like, we should have a voting block with these people. Da, 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 da. So I think it was maybe a good move on Billy's part to maybe put that target on my back. Anyway, go ahead, Gus.
Yeah, no.
So
Gus,
I just wanted to put that out there. So
I'm sorry, I just want to make it clear. Those kinds of things I want to happen, and I still want this to be an interactive tribal council. It's almost like a hybrid between open forum and this kind of thing. But I would like that to be a thing. But go ahead, guys.
So I just thought I'd put that out there. The thing that made me and AJ want to make the move at 9 instead of at 7 or at 6 was Billy telling us about that. So that is I don't know if Billy's claimed it or not, but that is a move that I think he's done. And also at the double tribal twist at the tribe of 5, Seared, you didn't make me play the idol. I went to Seared 5 minutes before the vote and told him I had the idol and I was playing it no matter what. So it was less of a case of Seared making me play it, but I see what he's saying.
Oh, wait, can I respond to that? That's not...
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I meant to make sure that you played your idol. I didn't convince you, I think. I'm pretty sure, but I'm really glad you did play it. I think I might have a little bit of influence in that. I don't know. That's only something you can know. So please enlighten me and everyone.
Yeah, so thank you guys. And I'll just echo what everyone else has said. Even though people feel differently about your games, you're all here and we're there, so go figure. My question, coming into this season, I think I sort of misjudged how important the theme would be. I don't know, I spoke deeply in my confessionals about how important a good second chance story was. For example, I don't know if I'm just going to post it, but about halfway through the season, when I made my deal with Billy, I made a whole confessional about how there was no way I could take him to the end because I thought his second chance story would be so good, getting robbed in his first season. So my question to each of you is, what is your second chance story? Because you've all only played once. What is your second chance story, and why is it deserving of the win?
Okay, so one thing I can think of right off the bat is that I was able to vote out Miles and Ethan and get revenge on them and place higher than both of them this season for voting my ass out in Final 9 last time.
Bad blood.
What?
We had bad blood.
No, I didn't say that.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we never had bad blood, but I did want to vote both of you guys out at some point just because of that. I got the dumbest move award of the season last time, and I don't think I had any moves that were completely outright dumb the entire season as well.
That may have gone to me this season. I
guess it's a Final 9 curse then, Gus. But
yeah, with the idol in the pocket.
Yeah, but that's something I can think of right off the bat. I can't think of anything else at the moment, but if I think of it, I'll let you know.
Okay, Seared, how about you?
Last season in the early merge, things usually are a bit hectic, a little bit scary, a little stressful. I got voted out while being asleep, which was terrible to wake up to. So I was really driven this game, opening the Zoom meeting and seeing those 24 people sitting there was one of the most intimidating feelings I've had ever. That was so scary. I was like, no way I'm ever going to make it to merge. No, I'm ever going to make it to late merge. No way I'm going to make it to the end. And as I was playing the game, I realized that I might actually have a shot at this. So at merge, I talked to everyone just to make sure I was good with most people. And yeah, I think my second chance story is just making it through that early merge section where I got blindsided. And it's not as strong as a story as I would have liked, but that's something that is based on what I did last season. So I can't really do a lot about that.
Okay, thank you. I'm Billy.
Yeah, I think I really did justice. I was voted out right before merge last time, season 5. Made it past merge and even made it to the final 3 this time, which I'm just ecstatic that I made it here. Whether I would or not today, I'm just ecstatic that that did happen. Many people told me about their idols. We made a Final 10 deal. I feel as though I played definitely not the most aggressive, not right above the water. I was not a shark. I was this lone wolf this whole time. People came with me their ideas. I made sure I had conversations with each person. Even after trying to target AJ many a times, I was still probably one of his closest allies in this game.
Because I needed you.
Because he needed me, and I knew that he needed me. And apparently I did that to Miles. Definitely did not forget about that. So I feel like I did you justice. I feel like I played a good second chance. And times in the game it hurt, like constantly being barraged about like, you don't deserve to be here. The jury's talking shit about you, all this and that. It gets in your head. Someone in my family died during this game. So I feel like I did justice to my second chance, whether it was not the best game to play this season to win.
Brilliant. Thank you guys, and good luck to each one of you. This has been
one more thing to say.
Sorry, I'll wrap up in a second. Go on, AJ.
One more thing to say real quick about like second chance story. One thing I consistently said in my confessionals throughout the season is that I wanted to prove that I am a good player. Obviously, eating the dumbest move award last season shows that I was probably a pretty shitty player. Thanks, Ethan. Anyways, I feel like I proved that this season. Obviously, getting to the final 3, clutching up in some immunities, being a big threat for a decent portion of the game. I think it definitely did prove that I was a good player this season.
I also won immunity. I keep forgetting that.
Right.
Cool. Thank you guys. This has been a blast. I enjoyed each of your company. We work well together, and good luck to each of you.
Right. Thanks, Gus. Iozio.
My turn. Yay.
Right.
I've been waiting for this one.
For the record.
No, I'm not mean. I'm not mean.
I'll say this. For the record, Iozio hit a record this season. He tied for most individual.
Yeah, did.
History, so congratulations to him. Representing the LGBT community well. Good job, Iozio.
Thank you, Imir. That was very sweet. Actually, I wanted to start off by saying thank you, Imir, for having me back, and I'm just so excited to be here. 7th place club 2 times in a row. I chewed, but anyway, I want to say that I think Molly said something that was like very important to me and like really put things into perspective. That like just because a game isn't flashy or entertaining doesn't mean that it's not valuable. I wanted to like my main thing that I want to say today is that like you guys are so frustrating to play with because I knew that I was a big target. Like I knew at Final 7 that I was going, and I said that to like literally I think every single one of you that I knew I was going if I lost immunity. And AJ, you said that you talked to me after Gus went, which is true, and we made this big threat alliance. But like, does it? I hesitate to say that it means something because nothing ever happened, nothing ever came of it. But you're right because I didn't vote for you.
Exactly, that was the point.
You're totally right for that. Completely right. So like I said, it's just so frustrating. But now I'm here, and like as Molly said, she really put it into perspective, and I see the value in all of your games because while it wasn't entertaining as a juror, as a player, and it was very frustrating because I felt at the bottom. I knew I was at the bottom, and there were literally no attempts to tell me that I wasn't at the bottom. You got here, and I didn't, and that's completely valuable. My question to each of you, I forget if someone said this, and if someone did ask this, then someone stop me. But my question to each of you is, why do you feel that you deserve to win over the other final 3? Did someone say this? I feel like someone asked it.
Cookie did a little bit between me and Sear, but we can say
yeah.
It's fine.
No, I'm gonna ask it again. So yeah, my question to each of you can be as respectful or as disrespectful as you want. I live for the drama, so it's up to you. It's your choice. But I do respect you all individually as people and as players very much. And as I said, I see the value in all of your games. While it was not as fun to watch. But take it away, whoever wants to go.
I can, I guess, if I want. So I already talked about this about Sear. It's like, I guess I can just rehash it again real quick. So I feel like I was more socially integrated, more one-on-one with people, a little bit better than Sear. That's why I led the vote more correctly, more than him. I knew who the votes were going on a majority of the time, almost the entire game. Sear didn't. I had immunity. I had more immunity wins than Seared. I found an idol. He didn't. I found a steal a vote, and like obviously he had 2 advantages, but he didn't use either of them like to the best of his ability. I used my steal a vote to actually save my ass at Final 6. I mean, like I said, his fire comp, he beat Nick, the biggest comp beast. Alex, you were first. First of all, you're the biggest comp beast, but Nick went the entire Redemption Island, winning 10 duels, and Seared stuck up to the challenge and beat Nick. But it was the same exact challenge that he won at Final 9. It's not like it was some big thing. So and then for Billy, I think he got his game a little bit disrespected. He played underrated. I will tell him that. But why I did better than him, because he tried, but he didn't vote correctly. So he wasn't integrated as well. Like he said, he was a lone wolf. He didn't know where a lot of the votes were going, and I did. And I feel like people used him as a number, and I just had to keep surviving. That was my goal: just keep surviving. Billy did win immunity at final 6, but he didn't need it. And
oh damn.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
I can go next. I definitely feel like this game for me was definitely a rocky path. Yeah, I definitely wasn't well socially integrated at times. I should have been. But people are still picking me up, and that was nice. It's never good to be in that position. I knew early on. People who usually are in the position of not being in those majority alliances, not being well connected, don't go on to win. And I knew from that moment. Well, I knew from Merge I wasn't gonna go anywhere anytime soon because people needed me. I knew people were gonna need me. They needed me to make their plans happen. Usually those people don't win. But I think, no, did I not need that immunity win? No. But was it nice? Hell yeah, it was nice. I didn't have a single advantage this game until the one where I just played at I removed Devin. Almost everybody told me about their advantages. I know about Nick Pellegrino's 2 idols. We all knew about AJ's idol. He told me about
my steal of it.
Nick Pellegrino told me about that.
If he told, I didn't tell you though.
No, you didn't tell me that, but other people were telling me everything else. Pellegrino told me about that. I knew about, oh my god, what other advantages I know about? I knew about Ethan's idols.
Everybody knew about my idols. That was never a secret to absolutely anybody. Yes. I literally, I think I told everybody about my idols because I didn't give a shit. Just like, hey, here you go.
Can I ask a question real quick? Where are y'all finding these advantages at? Like, I have never found an advantage. Like,
dude, I have no clue. No clue.
Where are you?
I had to win mine.
Okay, I know that I broke the record in this game, but I swear to God, my proudest moment in the game was getting the idol, the swap idol. That was my proudest moment. I know I broke a record. No. Proudest moment in the game was getting
I got my idol.
But anyway,
I got my idol.
No, AJ, where did you find that steal vote?
I got it at Exile. I had to do a slide puzzle under 3 minutes and 56
seconds. It was an official Island of the Idiots sponsored twist.
Who else got an advantage?
All right, guys, let's get it back.
I know those well, Kyle. I know those well.
It's Iozio's turn. We can do this in a minute. But Iozio,
Billy, continue. I also really interrupted you. Please continue.
That's right. Oh yeah, where was I? Yeah, I knew a lot about the advantages. Obviously, it was very hard for me this game. But I feel like I did the best for me, and I did what I had to do, and I played the cards that I was dealt this game.
All right.
Okay.
Oh wait, Seared has to go.
Yeah, Seared.
Roll's eyes.
Wait, am I or what's?
Yeah, Seared, you're going.
Yeah, Seared, your turn.
Okay. So first of all, I think AJ's putting a little bit too much emphasis on being in on the vote. I wasn't in on one vote more than him being the cookie vote, which wasn't good for my game. But after that, me and Nick basically ran the game from that point on. I was never targeted, neither, I don't know. Neither was he. So us two, we were just a strong duo, both making very strong social connections with people, ensuring that we were sort of in the middle, but not obvious, like not to a point where you can see like, oh yeah, they are in the middle, we need to get rid of them. So that way I got to the end, got into a position where I was in a very solid spot to make it to the end. And I think I deserve credit for doing that.
Seared, you are a prime example of the middle game working. You got to end playing the middle.
Anyway, I have one last question. It's not for any person. I just need to know who voted. Someone said in the jury, but I don't know if they're right. Who was the other vote for AJ with me when I was voting out? Huh?
Reno.
Wait.
It was me.
Okay, beautiful.
Ooh,
thank you guys so much. Thank you, Amir, for a great season. I have to go to dinner. But I've loved being here. Mwah. Hugs and kisses to all of you.
Great, Alex. Great game, dude.
Thank you, Iozio. Moving on, a pleasure to have you. Thank you. Moving on to Mr. Ethan. I do want to spotlight you guys in some way, like your highlights in the game. Ethan finds idols faster than anyone I've ever seen in this game before. This guy knows how to find himself an idol when he needs one. He is up there with Corey for most idols found in a single season. I think Ethan had 4 idols this season. 4 idols. Congratulations to you, Ethan. Ethan, you kicked ass. Definitely top 3 in rankings. Have to determine that later, but you did very, very well this season. Good job.
Thank you.
Fucking excuse me. I have that most idols record too.
How to. Thank you. I'm going to give my Island of the Idiots a shout out at the end of this, but you guys just wait. But go ahead, Ethan.
Okay. Congrats to y'all. Y'all may be 3 of the nicest people that I've ever met. As far as personally, I can't say I'm like impressed like starly with any of y'all's games. Seared, I have a hard time describing you. You are a great person, but I have never met anybody more timid in a game in my life. Like, you have to be able to win this game. You have to be able to sometimes go out on a limb and not be afraid to do stuff. You may not need flash, but I never saw you do anything that was like out of your comfort zone. Like, you always stayed in your comfort zone. You never wanted to make a move. I don't remember you doing anything like cool or fun. You just sort of chilled.
Can I say something about that, please?
Yeah, go ahead, Cookie.
Okay, so that was a big thing for me with Seared as well. Definitely after the merge. But I will say the thing that Seared does have going for him is that he wasn't afraid to kind of go against me with the Brady vote out, because it was the way the vote broke down. Basically, there's 3 people, right? Me, Gus, and Seared. Seared wants Brady gone. I want Landon on. Gus is in the middle, and Seared is literally just like fighting the hardest that he could to make sure that the person that he knew that he thought would be better for his game to stay. That is the one thing that I have. That I heard you say you never went out on a limb. He went out on a big limb doing that, because me and Seared were very tight and we were very close. And sometimes when you go against someone that you're close with in this game, basically saying, listen, bro, you're wrong, I'm right, do my move, it could ruin the relationship in the game. So he basically was willing to risk that relationship with, and of course it didn't really pan out because I kind of got sent home after that.
I can
but
confirm that as well. It was
he did, yeah. And I mean, we pushed the tribal back 25 minutes. We pushed it back like 25 minutes because Seared was fighting so hard, and he risked our working relationship.
I don't think it wasn't flawless. Like I'll highlight when Seared accidentally sent a message he was meant to send to me, to the main TAR 3 person. He said he was trying to tell me AJ's or Cookie's controlling the game too much, and he sent it to the alliance.
Yeah. I was like, hold on, what? I got too much power? What the fuck?
No, that was one of the hardest, and both Seared and Cookie will be able to, and I may probably will be able to confirm that we went back and forth on that a lot, or I did.
Okay, for my question on that, Seared, other than that they just explained, was there any other time you went out on a limb? I'd love for you to prove me wrong here.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what going out on a limb means. I think I'm not sure. Maybe my limbs just reach fairly far.
Oh wait, change like I think it's the cultural.
Yeah. I gotta figure out a way to phrase it.
So yeah, no, I think I know what you mean.
Going out of your way.
Yeah, going out of your way.
I think at the Dylan vote, I think I worked very hard to make sure everything went as planned, and everything did go as planned. I do agree that I didn't play as hard as I would have liked, but I don't think anyone did play really hard, or I don't think anyone played as hard as they would have liked. You know, I was at Final 8 and I just saw no reason for me or Nick to just do something very flashy for no reason, because I thought without any out of the blue immunity wins, I would be set on a good situation at Final 3. So that's something in hindsight I regret doing, but I was in such a good position that I didn't see a reason to jeopardize. I'm not sure. Yeah, something like that.
Gotcha. Okay. AJ, you finally got me, you motherfucker. You finally got me. You got me on my fucking bullshit last season, and I'm so happy that you're here. Because honestly, after you voted me out, I did not think you were gonna make it here. But honestly, I can't say that I hate your game. Do I think you deserve to win unanimously? Hell no. but I think you deserve to win for sure. Like, it's a no doubt about it. That's all I gotta say. There is no criticism for you. You played well. And for Billy, you know, I may be the only one here that's considering voting you, maybe the only one, but
Great.
I want to hear why you deserve to win over these other two. Like, tell me their worst part of their game and tell me what you did better than them.
Okay. I feel I deserve to win this game because one of many reasons. Early on, I had people, I was inactive. People should be voted out because they're inactive. But I had like 4 other people saying, I'm not going to vote you out because I need you in this game. So one, I played socially. And like at one point I was like, do I even need to show up to challenges? Because people are going to keep me in this game and want me work with them. That's one reason. I played amazing socially. Overall, I feel like throughout this game. Number 2, I was a part. I think I maybe voted wrong twice. 1, I was inactive because of personal reasons. 2, I didn't think that personally, I didn't think you deserved to go yet. I wanted you to go at Final 5, but not the Final 6. So yes, maybe that is a flaw in my game. I didn't vote correctly once on accident. I won an immunity. I didn't need the immunity, but that still felt great. I knew about many advantages in this game. I was a lone wolf that people needed to pick me up, and if they wanted their plans to happen, and I made sure that each single person I voted out benefited my game one way or another. You know, I didn't really know Cookie, but I knew I couldn't vote Devin with you that night because there wasn't going to be a majority on Devin that night. Then I voted out Molly because I had my final 10 deal with Gus. I voted out Kevin because 5 days ago, I was on the bottom of that alliance. I voted out Miles because I thought he was the biggest fan at that moment. Then I went on to vote anybody else because I knew after touchy subjects, people weren't going to vote me out. I was guaranteed most likely a spot in this final 3. Was that a guarantee? No, but most likely that would have happened without anybody else in this game. So I went on to vote out people who I thought had a better chance at me winning this game. And obviously that happened because I maybe now might have a chance of winning this game.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I feel like out of everybody in this game, you might have had the most information because people saw you as like a GOAT and you really weren't, but you had all the information you could have possibly had to make the proper decision for you each night.
Yes.
And I think you did that.
Other
people may not see it that way, and that's on them, but I actually think you played phenomenally in the middle.
Thank you. Oh my
I'm
God.
probably going to vote for
Wow,
you.
someone's complimenting me. Woo!
I'm probably going to vote for you, but good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ethan. Always a pleasure. You know that. All right. Let me go back to Gus. I'm sorry, I did not spotlight Gus. I forgot to do that. But Gus,
where's my spot?
Like, he is one of the most British people I know. Like, he's as British as it gets. And for him to be up every night as late as he does every single day, so dedicated to this game, is very impressive. And thank you to Gus. Thank you to Gus. I did not spotlight you when it was your turn, but thank you very much. You did very well this season.
Thanks, Samir. Great. It's been a pleasure. It was last season. It's been now.
Moving on to Landon, our Asian Americans representing well. Thank you, Landon. Doing very well. Did very good. Also, Landon, the youngest castaway this season. Am I right about saying that? The youngest castaway this season got 4th place. Kick-ass job, Landon. Take your turn.
Is Kobe older?
5th. I'm sorry, 5th.
Oh, Kobe might be younger.
Yeah.
Kobe's younger.
Yeah, but you guys know one of the youngest. Good job. You kicked ass. Your turn.
All right. My first question is to AJ. What is one of the more under the radar, like subtle moves that you did to position yourself better in the game?
Ooh. All right. I think going to Alex at final 8 to make sure that he would not vote me is a good one. I had something too. I forgot it. Shit. This is a good on the fly question. Yeah, going to Alex at final 8 was a good one. Just staying with the Kiki Waka people, I feel like throughout pre-merge and in the merge vote, just to like get my footing was probably pretty good because I was like, other than Lily voting me pre-merge, I was never in trouble, and it wasn't until final 10 where I was really in trouble.
All right, my next question is to Billy. Billy, I love you, and compare yourself to one Survivor player in the actual show into like how you played this season. What is one Survivor player you played like?
Oh God. Truthfully, I don't know. Like, I don't think there is that. There's not one Survivor player that I feel like I could compare myself. I feel like I compare myself to many Survivor players that I played throughout this game. I felt like.
Then can you give us that?
Yeah. I felt like I was sometimes the Michelle in this game. I mean, ultimately, I may not win, but besides that, she was under the radar many times. I had so much information throughout this game that maybe that totally benefited me. Oh my God, I hate picking my I always hate this.
These were so good. These were so good on the fly questions. I feel like.
These are great questions. I hate comparing myself to like real life people. Oh my God. I feel like I had the under radarness of Michelle that she had in Go Wrong. I feel like I thought sometimes like Spencer, sometimes strategically, like I always thought of every outcome of every situation. Like I was nervous about Devin and Alex gaining control when Gus went. I was very nervous about that. And I said, if we wanted to make a move on AJ, we can't let that happen. That's a possibility. And ultimately, I wasn't that available to be active that day. And that did happen. I was nervous about Pellegrino at sometimes when he said at the final 5, I'm playing another idol. He told me about that idol way before. And I was like, okay, well, if I do vote for Pellegrino, that's not good on my part. And if he plays that idol, I'm just going to be looked as the dumb person again. If I vote for you, it's another person that we all think that in the jury's eyes currently, you have the best chances of winning. So I thought every outcome like Spencer did. Physically, I feel like there's no one really to compare me physically. Like I guess like a couple people win like one immunity a season, but I can't really compare myself physically to like a comp beast. But I mean, I pulled it out for my tribe sometime, like right when we swapped for that third time, I was able to pull out the last point we needed to win when I did those 18 crunches. So yeah, I feel like those are the two people I would compare myself most to.
All right, Saeed, my Dutchy daddy. Okay. All right, so obviously, theme of the season, another chance. So how'd you play better from season 6 to season 7? How'd you play better this season in comparison to your last?
Okay, so I think I made a very subtle change. On the previous season, I talked to everyone individually just as I did this time. But last time, I kind of hung back a little bit. I didn't want to integrate myself as deeply as I would have liked. I just wanted to stay in the background more. Now I know, yes, I was in the background compared to a lot of people, but I was actively talking to every person behind the scenes to make sure that I was included in every single plan after the merge, except for the cookie vote. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to say, Amir, thank you for asking me back. It's been such an honor. Final 3, I respect you guys all so much, and I want to thank the jury, free jury, for playing. And yeah, that's it for me.
All right, thanks for landing. Miles wants me to give him a spotlight. I thought I did. Good job to Miles. You played very well this season. Actually, I guess I did. Shut up, Miles. Yeah, I gave you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you did not.
Oh my goodness. There's things I want to say after this is over that will make more sense. But Liv, right. Pellegrino, take it away. But Miles, I got you. Pellegrino, thank you so much. Our final juror, take it away.
Oh my God.
All right. So I obviously conversations happened within the game about who we would vote for to win and stuff, but I have to be as unbiased as I can that there are plenty of reasons to vote for each of you, and I'm truly undecided. It's not about if you guys played the best game possible or not. You guys are sitting here, so you played a better game than everyone who isn't. And at the end of the day, you outlasted. Plenty of people have said that 21 people did not get this opportunity to even plead their case. But we still have to make a decision between 3 people, and I'm really torn. Some people have already asked you guys to tear into the other people to reveal something about their game that isn't good. And I kind of I don't know, maybe it's already been spoken a bit about, but I want to hear more explicitly from each of you, and you guys can go in whatever order you want, something about your game that was bad, because no one plays a perfect game. No one comes into this and is in charge of every single vote, wins every single challenge, finds every single idol, plays them all right. Like, no one does that. No, it's impossible. And flaws exist, and understanding your own flaws makes you a better player. It humbles you. It shows that you have humility as a player, and it's something that I want to hear about, because it kind of lets me know that you're aware of your own game. And I think that's a big problem people have, is they're so worried about making other people look bad that their own awareness isn't as prominent. So I want to hear about your awareness, and I don't want to hear you point out things that other people say, like whatever, like Billy, don't say I got voted this and that was my biggest flaw. Like, the touchy subject sucked for you, but that was an obvious thing. And one could even argue you made it your strategy. Like, I was in the game. I was like, he's going to have a strong case at the end that he buried himself into the ground under the radar. I want to hear new things that you knew about your game that were bad, you wish you would have done differently. Go at it. I don't care who goes first.
Can I go first? Because I have to eat dinner.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So obviously I've already said this before, but I do wish I was in a better spot coming into merge. But ultimately I feel like there's nothing I could do to that. Like, I was, and I stayed like that for a couple votes, you know. I was just there so that people could pick me up and that they could vote, and then I could vote with them. And obviously I did what I needed to do. I voted out people who I thought needed to go at that point. But I wish I was in more of a power position and I had my own voice being heard from other people. Another flaw, I wish I was more aggressive when it came to the auction. Like, I really didn't go buy anything. And when I did, I still even lost to Alex to get a letter from Ymir. I wish I was more aggressive about that. I wish I didn't let AJ get that last idol there. Another flaw is that I wish I was more active some days, but I mean, that's just, I'm not going to go sit in the corner of a wake room while there's a dead body in the room. My family members are crying. I'm going to put my AirPods in and go on a Zoom call for a Survivor online game. As much as I love all you, that's just not going to happen. Another flaw I feel like is I do wish I was more prominent in the beginning of merge and more the decision making early on.
Okay. Landon, do you have something pressing, it looks like?
Oh, okay, I guess not pressing. So.
Oh wait, no, it's okay. You have something to say.
Can we just point out how I got a pizza for $20? Like, all right, I'm kidding. Go on.
Pictures will be shared. Okay. Pellegrino, continue. Who is next?
Whoever wants
I
to
can
go.
Seared.
Okay, so I feel like the biggest singular thing that I could have done better is use my vote disruptor on AJ to prevent him from voting on Ethan. It was something that I really considered, but I didn't. You know, you have to play it before tribal, and I didn't know what would have happened if I would have used it on Ethan. Would it have been me? Would it have been Landon? I don't know. I thought it was too big of a risk, so I used it on myself, and I really regret that decision. Second decision at Final Four, while being awake for 23 hours, deciding to, any Star Wars fans, please leave right now for a couple seconds. But my biggest regret is turning on The Force Awakens, because that movie really bored the crap out of me and it made me feel asleep.
Okay.
All right, so I feel like the biggest thing, my biggest flaw was threat level management, because at Final 10, I was already considered a threat, and obviously not as much as Devin and Alex, but the longer we lasted in the game, I was the bigger threat I was. The fact that I was considered a bigger threat than Ethan, when Ethan played 4 idols and like before Final 13, he played 4 idols, and then his name was never brought up again because he was able to put himself under the radar. The fact that I was a bigger threat left in the game, that's what people thought, apparently I did something wrong because people were looking at me as a bigger threat than the person that played 4 idols. That's horrible on my part. Another thing is that I probably should have led the charge on more votes. I didn't. I like early merge with the cookie and Molly vote. I just sat back and went with the grain and the numbers. That those weren't my moves. Obviously, I voted correctly, but they weren't my specific moves. Those are 2 things I can think of right off the top of the bat. I can't think of anything else though.
So just one other thing, a huge thing playing a bunch of games in the fandom that I find super appealing about a player is individuality, and playing a game, whether it's executed properly or not, that they are playing for themselves. And I think each of you had aspects of that. And I would say that to each of you 3, I was one of your closest allies in the game. So I have seen a lot of your game, and I'm really struggling with who to decide to vote for. And I'm probably am going to be tossing it up who I vote for until I vote. But I will say that most of the merge, and obviously I was gone. I can't speak on pre-merge. I was gone. But once I got back in the game, I was close to Seared and AJ, and I was hearing a lot of ideas and plans, and Seared had a lot more individuality about what he wanted to happen with the game. It wasn't always executed, and it always didn't need to be executed. And then once AJ became a threat, that was a commonality, and AJ now had individuality of surviving, which was a more physical thing and not so much strategic. So I'm struggling because I see the positives that you guys both hold, and I obviously see the positives that Billy holds, and I want to vote for both of you guys. And even after this full tribal council, I'm still stuck on who I'm going to vote for, because I believe that the winner of this game represents the season, and I don't want to make the wrong decision. I don't think there is a wrong decision, but I'm going to make a decision that most people, I hope I vote with the majority, because that's the person I want to win. Someone's going to win. I'm going to be happy for you guys either way, but I definitely am struggling on who to vote for.
Okay.
So I'm good here.
Thank you, Pellegrino. Pellegrino was voted out 3rd this season. History repeated itself for him, but Pellegrino fought his way through Redemption Island, kicking several people's asses, right? To say, like, doing very well. He ultimately made it back into the game, played a very good game, had 2 idols. He kicked ass this season as well. So Pellegrino, want to make sure that you're recognized and appreciated. So to my
wait, I don't get a damn spotlight. Give me a spotlight.
You were my winner pick. I was good to these winning the fuck off.
Yeah, you cursed me. You cursed me from day one. It was a curse.
I'm sorry. Cookie was my winner pick this season. Very social, very lovable, and you're always somebody who I hate, who's like gut wrenching to see leave the game. There we go. So to my final 3, Billy, AJ, and Sarah, you guys are going to give your closing speeches. Then we will get to the vote. Yes, Devin, you will get one. We're going to talk about this afterwards. I'm going to have a little mini reunion after this. Yeah, but I'm going to read Billy's first since Billy is not here. Billy, say what?
I didn't say anything.
Okay. All right. All right, we'll read this. Billy, this is Billy's closing speech. As much as we all like to play a perfect game, my game was far from perfect. I got into my own head at times and picked at myself. I was able to pick myself up and vote out people who were perceived as threats. If you feel as I deserve it, you vote it. Okay. If this is exactly what he wrote, if you feel as if I deserve, you vote, please vote me, LMAO. That was how it was written. I had such an amazing time, and thank you for being there at times when it was hard. Good luck to the other 2. All right. I believe AJ went before Seared, so Seared, you'll go before AJ for your closing speech.
Do I go?
AJ spoke first, so then you're going to go.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so I feel like most of the things I wanted to say have been said, or most of the things have been addressed. I didn't play a flashy game. I didn't play like very in a spotlight game. I don't think anyone did, but I do think I've played a very solid, strategic, social game, which allowed me to be in a great position to make it to the end with maybe the right people. I don't know. That's up to you guys to decide. So I hope you guys will make a good decision, an educated decision. Also, I want to bring up a point that hasn't really been brought up so far, which is that at final 6, AJ basically got saved by Nick wanting to put a move on his resume, and if the target would have been Ethan, and Ethan would have had to steal a vote, and AJ would have gone. It really didn't matter. It was all because of Nick wanting to have something on his resume, which I think is something that should be taken into consideration. And I want to thank AJ and Billy for being very cool colleagues in this game. And of course, I want to thank Amir for being a sexy, ravenous beast.
Thank you, Seared. And AJ, take it away.
All right. So one thing I can say is that early on, I felt like I was able to almost cruise to merge, because we didn't. My team won a lot of challenges, and I was a big part in some of those challenges. And obviously, my connections with people helped keep me safe. I feel like the fact that I didn't talk to Lily at all, but I talked to everyone else on that tribe when Lily went home, and the fact that no one else wanted to vote me, I think kind of shows the fact that I was good with a lot of people, and no one brought my name up when Nate went home to tribal after. And then afterwards, obviously I got advantages. I got the steal a vote. I got an idol. I clutched up when I had to towards the end of the game. I was just always able to survive. I feel like my name was always coming up from final 9 to the rest of the game, and the fact that I never went home kind of shows the fact that my main goal was just to survive, and I bluffed playing my idol a little bit early on, and that's what kept votes off of me. And I finally played it, and obviously that was a bad thing, but it made me more vulnerable. I feel like to have Nick want to keep me in the game. So that overall, I feel like is why you guys should vote me. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, to the jury. Thank you, Seared. Thank you, AJ. Thank you, Billy. Thank you to all of my beautiful, amazing, dedicated, passionate jury members. Thank you guys so much for another great season. I never expected to be on season 7. Season 8 is coming soon. So I will say that season 8 has been renewed as if this is a network of some sort. So yeah, season 7 was very good. I liked it. We had people like James, who was a casualty of Pandora's box. People like Jonah, who went home with 1 vote. Though Jonah was a 3-time pre-merge, he will always go down as like a legend of his own sort in this franchise. So thank you to Jonah. I want to give my Island of the Idiots a shout out to Kyle, especially, who edited an idol clue for me, who helped me think through things, who kept tallies for me. Kyle was like an unofficial member of production. He stepped in this season to really help me. So thank you to Kyle. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anybody. Thank you guys all so much. It is now time to vote for the person you believe should win this game. So for the last time, allow me to draw my line. Everyone, all of my jurors, please privately send me your vote on Zoom.
I'm gonna write my sentence again.
Hurry up, bitch.
You fat cunt, shut up.
That's a bad word.
Maybe some people are indecisive. I only have 1 vote in so far.
Yeah, because I'm that motherfucker, bro.
I'm still deciding.
Okay.
On Zoom.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, on Zoom, Miley. Thank you. Okay. Molly, did you vote? You did. Maybe I'm not scrolling.
I'm working on it. I'm writing a big
Oh,
one.
okay. Oh, take your time. Take your time. Landon must be typing something out. I don't have this. Okay. So I'm just waiting on Molly and Landon. Yep.
And me.
And Pellegrino.
Sorry.
You're good. Take your time.
Pellegrino, honestly, I wanted you to win. Like, if you're in the end, people were like bashing the jury, but I wanted you to win.
I would have voted you as well, Nick. So
So, like, he missed pre-merge, and I was like, pre-merge was not that big of a deal, at least for me.
the only person.
Just so you guys know, these votes kind of matter. So I
was so sad when Nick came back over Brady and Sean. I was like, fuck.
Guys, I think we can all
Do you
agree.
guys-
Nick
do
would
you
have
guys ever
absolutely
wonder-
killed
Or
it
just guys, just vote
if
for
he
who
was in the
you
final
believe
tribal.
is
I'm
gonna-
working on it.
No, Molly, I'm not. No, take your time. I'm not talking about you.
Okay. I keep like spelling things wrong and then get distracted.
Do you guys ever wonder, like, what if that one person came back? How the game would be so different?
Damn you, Nick. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just
It's
kidding.
like if Brady
just
came
kidding.
back,
I love you, Nick.
how would the game be different?
I love Nick. I love
I would not have made it as far as I did if Brady came back.
I mean, I feel like Brady would have been a bigger threat than you were.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brady.
I agree.
Kid's a
Brady,
beauty.
nah, yeah, shout out Brady. He would have been on the same
Shout out
level as you, Ethan.
He's a beauty.
You guys both had 2 correct idle plays pre-merge.
Mm-hmm. Played very
Marley,
well.
are you mad at me?
Hmm?
Are you mad at me?
Who's talking?
Like,
Miles?
can you get the?
Yes.
Fuck you, Miles. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You
I'm
know,
kidding.
you know who I'm mad at?
It was a long time ago. Like I don't really care anymore.
Andy.
You're what? You're welcome.
I'm just chilling in Ponderosa. I've been eating my food. Like it's been great.
I'm here.
Yes, sir. Who said my name?
Billy
You
did.
taking the shit?
I feel so bad. Now
I'm
that
here.
when Nehemiah
Yes,
going to
Billy.
another games.
Yes, Billy. Yes.
Oh, I'm just saying I'm here. You can go.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see you. Thank you.
Amir, has anyone told you you look really sexy today?
Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate it.
I mean, are you getting tired of these comments?
No, I'm not. No. I'm not getting tired. No, I think I just had.
All right, I'll think of an original one.
No, I
Amir,
didn't say. I'm not
if
getting
there
tired.
was a scale between peasant and big booty Puerto Rican goddess, you're like at least a 9.
That is hilarious.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Kyle.
Big booty Puerto Rican goddess. That is hilarious.
Is that a quote from an old College Humor video?
I believe so, yeah.
If Google was a guide.
Yeah, it is. I know. I know. I knew it from somewhere.
All right.
And I'm back in the game, folks.
Does Devin not get a vote?
Nope.
No.
Get a vote.
Why not? Oh.
He was removed.
Unfortunate. Not even gonna lie.
I want to hear Devin's speech.
I didn't.
Nope.
Kyle, why did you come for me? Like, boy.
I come for everybody. It's just the opportunity presents itself pretty often. I especially come for Miles.
Yes, in the correct way.
Is there any wrong
AJ,
way?
all I was gonna say during mine was to take off your hat.
There's
All
never
I
a
was gonna
wrong
say
way.
during my speech was to take off your hat. I looked forward to that because you wore it all season.
Take it off.
That's all I
Take
look
it
forward
off.
to.
Take it up.
Oh.
All right, guys. I
Damn,
have a
that
vote.
forehead is sexy as fuck.
Hey,
Wait,
yo,
what is that hat?
AJ,
You always
bro.
wear it backwards as well.
AJ,
What does it say
bro.
on the front? AJ,
You
what
look
does it say
kinda
on the
figured
front?
out that
You always
hat,
wear
my
it
G.
backwards.
What?
AJ, turn it
You always
forward.
wore it backwards. So what does it say in the front?
Oh, it's a Bucks
Ooh,
hat.
yeah.
It's a Super Bowl. It's a Super Bowl Bucks hat.
Oh, okay. I got
Fuck
you.
the box.
Wait, have all the votes been cast already, Amir?
Yes.
Okay,
All right.
Read 'em.
AJ, I hope you don't get robbed. You deserve this.
Thank you, Devin. I really hope so too.
I voted for Nick. I'm not gonna lie.
I have the winner. I'm just writing the votes out.
Are you? I mean, are you surprised about the winner?
No comment.
Shrug emoji.
Shrug emoji. Go fight, win, keep your eyes peeled.
The final 3 is all spread out now between the different. Because I'm on my phone.
Was
so I
there
can scroll
any
down.
advantage in the bio?
I think I hit the eject advantage once.
There was an advantage menu if you came back from redemption. Some of you guys should have tried that.
There was also an advantage menu if you bought yourself out of the auction.
Amir, hurry! I have an elim.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm coming.
I have to go try not to get
I've gotta
eliminated
get a
in
bath.
MTV Deadly.
Devin, I
Luckily,
thought
have
you won the
allies in
daily.
council, so they're trying to send me in someone weak.
I thought you voted. I thought
Wait,
you
Devin,
won
did
the
you do the
daily.
All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go.
I haven't done my elim yet.
Oh,
All right, listen,
on-
here we
I'm
go.
on
It is now time to read the votes. Okay.
So excited.
All right. Wow, Cookie, your hair. I didn't know your hair was very nice. AJ, Seared, Billy, you guys want to see your name written down tonight. Each of you, I don't care what anyone says. I think each of you played a very good game. You guys made it to the end. This was the biggest cast that I've ever had. You guys beat out 21 people. 21 people. That's not a small number for the game of Survivor. You guys have that distinction. You guys kicked ass. Don't let anything that anybody says to you tear you down because you all made it to this point. This is the point where everybody wanted to be and couldn't make it there. You guys all did a very good job. I will now read the votes. You want to see your name written down tonight? Let's do this. Wait.
I'm nervous for them. Like,
All right.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Good luck, guys. Y'all deserve it.
good luck. I'm like ecstatic right now.
Good luck, y'all.
Wins.
All right, here we go. We need 6 votes to win this game. Here we go. First vote, AJ. Guys can give applause between them, sure. Billy. There's 1 vote AJ, 1 vote Billy. Seared. 1 vote AJ, 1 vote Billy, 1 vote Seared. AJ. That is 2 votes AJ. Billy. 2 votes AJ, 2 votes Billy. Seared. We're tied, 2 votes each. 2 votes Billy, 2 votes AJ, 2 votes Seared.
How many left?
AJ. That is 3 votes AJ.
5 votes left now.
AJ. That is 4 votes AJ. AJ. That is 5 votes AJ. The winner of season 7 of Online Survivor Competition, AJ.
Good job,
AJ.
Job, man.
Yes, AJ.
Well done, man. Good job.
Congrats.
Fucking fantastic job,
season
brother.
7.
Wait, I gotta go, guys.
Congrats,
It was
AJ.
really fun. I gotta go.
Okay,
AJ will be getting
one of
that.
you
um,
Congrats, AJ.
I need to go. My
Thanks,
Elam's
man.
about to start.
AJ will be getting that that cameo from Kelly Wentworth. Congratulations to
Oh
him.
my
She's going to say
God.
his name. She's going to say congratulations for winning. He's going to get that
Congrats, AJ.
maybe in a couple of days.
Thank you, Brady.
AJ, just why not scooping, bro? Why didn't you? pick him?
AJ, how's it feel?
Oh my God, I'm so ecstatic. I was so nervous the entire time. And you know how bad I wanted that Wentworth cameo? I've talked about that the entire freaking season. I talked about it last season. So the fact that I actually get it is amazing.
Congratulations to you, AJ. You truly played a good game. You made it to the end. Beat out 23 people. That is insane. 23 people. You came in. You were Davis's winner pick. So yeah, congratulations to Davis for getting his winner pick right. He, for some reason, he's always right about something. So good job to him. If you want to say something, Amir, say it now. Okay, so yes, let me give Devin his credit. Devin, this is Devin's 4th time playing this game. And the fact that Devin came back and made it as far as he did again, Devin is a person who always stands up for what he believes in. Definitely represents our community well. He knows what I'm talking about. Congratulations to Devin. 8th place this season. 8th place, right?
Yeah, I was targeted from Final 20, so I'm pretty proud of that.
Up to Devin. All right. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get something.
Okay, I'm headed out. I just want to say.
Wait, who got votes from who? Who got votes from who?
Okay,
though?
so this is what happened. Brady voted for AJ. Cookie voted for AJ. Molly voted for AJ. Kevin voted for AJ. Dylan voted for AJ. Miles voted for Sear. Gus voted for Billy. Iozio voted for AJ. Ethan voted for Billy. Landon for AJ. Pellegrino for Sear.
I love you guys all. This was a great season.
Wait,
Thanks
Devin,
for
who would you have
having me. Thanks
voted?
for playing. I got to get going. I got to
Who
go
do you
try to
think?
win this Elam. I love y'all.
But at the beginning, he
Nick,
would have voted.
it was nice
Devin.
seeing you again.
Good luck, Devin. I
Everybody,
hope
it
you
was nice
win.
seeing y'all.
He said AJ.
Bye.
He said he would have voted AJ.
Okay, cool. My bad.
All right, Jonah,
There
I
you
know
go.
that you've been waiting a really long time to get some words in. You got sent home with 1 single vote, 1 vote, and that was from Cookie.
Thanks, Cookie. I appreciate
Here he
it.
is.
man.
What do you have to say?
Anytime, brother.
What do you have to say?
I want to say that I was very robbed. I got taken out simply because Cookie could pin it on Dylan moving forward, and he could hide that it wasn't him. I was butthurt about that, but whatever. It's a game.
Hear me out here. You could have actually tried to work with somebody and change your own fate, except you didn't, and you got sent home because of it.
From like,
Why?
just-
If I voted Kevin out,
Well, you could have voted anybody.
or I could
I
have
think
thrown a hanky vote.
what I will say is strategically from a game level, that was good for Cookie in a way, and from if you look at it from that angle, it was good in that way, in a way that he could flip it and turn it and say that, oh, Dylan did it, because what you
Yeah,
did,
that
Jonah,
was a very good move.
because Jonah, what you did after you left, you sent Jonah, like, you inundated Jonah. I mean, not you, Jonah. You sent Dylan. you inundated his inbox with like few paragraphs.
I was so sure it was him just because he made it so sure that he was just gonna vote for me a million times. I don't even know why, to be honest, but I was just so
Because you
sure it was
stole his
him.
all-star spot, like it was.
Yeah, I didn't
Dylan
lie.
Dylan did not steal Dylan's all-star spot. It was not between.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
And
Dylan-
Evie was Landon's alternate.
Yeah, Jonah was like, I think not one of the first, but he was definitely up there for bringing back an all-star. But what I want to say is, Brady, you did make it to the jury. You got second place. But I do want to be honest. I don't think that you're in any position to say that the final three didn't deserve to make it to the end, though. And I'm just being honest. I don't think that that was probably the nicest thing to say, and I don't think that you were probably in that position. Talk about that. Why did you say that about the final three?
Well, it's not necessarily that like I didn't think that like either of them deserved it. I just think that they didn't play like the best games out of like everybody on the jury. But I'm proud of them though, because they managed to get past all of like the bigger threats like Devin and like all those people that were like kind of like doing well in the game, especially Ethan, who found a lot of idols, and they found a way around that. So that's good for them. But like what I'm saying is that I don't think that I think that like the final three wasn't like who the jury wanted there, but we had to vote somebody, and AJ played the best game here, in my opinion. So that's why I voted AJ tonight.
But Brady, they knew that those people were the front runners. They knew that the front runner was probably Ethan, like whoever, Devin, whatever. I don't know who it was because I went.
Wait, who's that talking? Who's that talking?
The girl that stands on the corner.
Oh,
shut up. Oh my God. No, but let me say something. The final three was able to get past them because they weren't the biggest threats in the game, so they weren't targeted for it. The biggest threats are in the jury because they were the biggest threat.
That's what I said in my speech. Exactly. Like I've done it before. I think it's a good strategy. It works. Like, yeah, it might not have been the most fun game to watch on the jury. They might have not been the most.
Oh, Molly definitely does it.
Still got here.
Molly definitely does it.
Must say
Oh, yep. I mean, that's why I come for you.
But I felt the wrath of such. Yeah.
Threat level management is part of the game.
Brady,
Yeah, I can second that from
Yeah,
Jack.
what's
I
up,
need
man?
to reveal
That's
something to you.
Yeah.
I
what's up?
am Survivor Hub Games with dots in between. Or
Brady, where's that idol?
Right in front of you.
So it's Ethan.
No.
I mean,
It's
I
me.
was by far the best player to ever play Brady's franchise. So
Wait, can I
Oh,
can
yeah.
I claim y'all? Can I literally just like
Season 12 is All Stars.
Okay, so Molly, I want to talk to you. You are
right in front of
yes,
me?
not the reason, but part of the reason why James went home, because you unleashed Pandora's box. What were you thinking that day?
I was on call with you and I was like, can I take it back? Can I give it back? I didn't want it, honestly.
Molly, you caused me an emotional breakdown
sorry,
for the
I'm
first
so
time in
sorry,
this
James, I'm
game
so- okay.
franchise.
I'm so sorry because like the advantage honestly like wasn't that good that I got. No offense, I mean it was just an ejection advantage, which is yeah. But like the thing I used it because I didn't want to get a self vote at my next tribal because at that point like my tribe was never going to tribal. I was on Kikiwaka who were like dominated in challenges. So like I just really didn't want to get a self vote because if I didn't open it, that's what would have happened. So yeah, that's why I opened it. I was totally scared, but I also realized like, hey, my tribe is 8 people. That's nearly majority. We just need to pull someone. And they want to.
Amir.
I'm sorry, James. I threw out your name.
I had to talk before the
Sorry. So I think you're an idol.
Oh, by the
Amir
way,
is
Yeah, Devin had a hand in it as well. It was mostly Devin and Molly, and the rest of us were pretty quiet when that move.
Yeah, it was
made.
the entire Waku Waku tribe, and then me, Landon, and Cookie
I know
jumped on
we were
board
on
with
call
them,
and we decided
and we
you were gonna
voted
go for
James.
Ethan. I was like, if Ethan
Yeah.
has an idol, he's playing it. And look, guess what Ethan did?
I may or may not have accidentally voted Ethan that tribal because if you guys remember, we voted on Zoom at first, and I voted James, but then Amir like got something screwed up, and he said vote on Instagram PDMs, and I was working and I was really busy, so like by consciousness, I don't know why I sent Ethan's name on complete accident.
Amir
Good
was
move. Good move.
Before the season started,
You did vote wrong. So you did vote wrong.
I did.
Me-
I was not,
me,
I was not
Landon,
admitting.
and-
Now do you? I was not admitting that before the votes were cast. Are you kidding me?
Me, Landon, and Cookie
No
all
way.
jumped ship.
What I wanted to say is before the season started, I had a conversation with some people, and people felt that I put overpowering advantages in the game. So the fact that Molly would have gotten something. The old me would have given Molly like a super idol or something.
I
That would've been-
wish. I wish.
Right. No, but people said that I put overpowering things into the game. I'm like, okay, we can't put anything that's overpowering in, at least not that early. But yeah, that explains the ejection advantage behind Pandora's box and everything.
Amir, is Kiki Waka the luckiest tribe or the best tribe in your fandom history?
Waku the luckiest tribe?
No, not the luckiest.
Kiki
like
Waka.
the
Man, the
best
game's
tribe.
over. Can we
I think me
officially
and
name
AJ
it
were on
Kiki
the entire
Waka?
time.
Like,
I was the
come
only
on.
one that didn't make merge, I believe. I think the other 7 made
Yeah.
it.
There were 7
Yeah.
people made it. Only 2 I was on Kiki Waka the entire pre-merge. We only went
Same.
to tribal
Same.
twice. We only went to tribal twice.
I love how
Yeah, me
people
and
Amir,
Miles.
were we the best tribe?
call it Kiki
In
Waka.
franchise history, I think Kaliko is probably
Kaliko
the
was good.
best tribe.
Last season.
Bro,
Waku Waku.
Miyoko was the best tribe. You cannot
Miyoko.
contend.
Oh well, okay. So Kaliko didn't have a winner. Mayoko did.
Well, Miyoko was the
Waku
entire
Waku had the
final 3.
I know.
I hated Miyoko.
Total did I
We were
have.
also the last 3 at final 9 after Riley was taken out. We fucking sucked.
Mayoko was horrible.
It was that virtual survivor connection that really brought us through.
Remember the good old Heroes tribe in season 4 was all kumbaya for the first 2 days.
Yeah.
Hey, Amir,
Yes.
you know how many votes I got?
None.
Oh, you got a lot.
Yeah, they all got blocked up, bro.
I tried to block a lot of them out.
Wait, Ethan, how many
Yeah, good
idols did you
job
play
on that.
correctly?
Ethan, how many idols did you find this season?
Found 4.
Ah, I found
Wait.
I
2.
think you found like 2, and you just found the hidden ones.
I found
That's
2 and I
insane.
played them both correctly, so I'm happy.
I found
think-
2 and I.
My first
And
season.
the less said about that, the better.
Yeah, I got taken out by both their idols. So,
Feel
like,
bad.
I literally
Who had
told
idol-
Brady to play
wait,
the idol.
Amir, who had idols
Mr.
this
Cookie.
season?
Who had idols in this game? AJ at one point. Seared had a half idol at one point that Pellegrino gave to him, and then Seared gave it back.
Ethan had 4 because Ethan's a
I had the
king.
pregame one.
Yeah.
Molly
Ethan's
had
the king of
Molly was the
idols.
very first person this season to find anything. She found the dice idol.
Where was that, to be honest?
It was just in his tag post.
Mr. Williams, I played 2 correctly.
Who had the original? Who had the
Yeah,
original
Brady
Waka
did.
Waka?
I forgot.
idol?
Brady played.
Gus had that idol.
Brady played 2 idols correctly in the pre-merge.
Like, damn, Gus.
Gus got the Island of the Idiots one as well.
Gus found an
Yeah.
idol. He went home with an idol.
Yeah. I played the Wacky Wacky one, then went home with the Island
I
of
went
the
home.
Idiots
I
one.
went home with the steel vote
God
that I
damn
found
it.
in his bio.
But I want
You went
to say,
home
He's
with
a part of the
Island of the
Island of the
Idiots
Idiots now.
let me get some rankings. Let me get some rankings.
I got revenge for you though, bro.
Let me
Amir,
get
go
some
for
rankings.
it.
Oh, we're about to
I
get
wasn't gonna
ranked.
cry.
So number 1 this season, AJ won the game, so obviously he gets number 1. 2, Ethan got out. I think number 2 is Ethan. Number 3,
Nick.
I was
Don't
going
give
to
it to
say.
him. I'm boycotting this franchise and
Number 3.
sending Photoshop pictures of you to
I'm trying to think of something. I'm
unsavory
trying to
people.
think of rankings because actually I will say Pellegrino made it to the end. Let's run the scenario now, like I always do. So imagine that this is AJ, Pellegrino, and Billy. Raise your hand if you vote for Pellegrino in the end. If you're a
I
juror,
don't know. I can't say.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
think I would vote for me.
AJ's FTC did not impress me whatsoever, so I probably would have voted Pellegrino. You really got to work on that though, AJ. 'Cause you are not good at FTC and talking. You've got to work on that.
Ethan's such a kind person.
True, but like it's the second time I've listened to him talk, and I nearly wanted. I did flip my vote twice.
Wait, I gotta say,
All right, Amir,
I
go
gotta say
ahead with the
something.
rankings.
Can I say something to the people that voted me out, like Gus and Sierra and all of them? I just wanted to say that I would probably have stayed in the game if I was there because I had a steal vote. I went home with it, and I would have played it on either Gus or Sierra and stolen their votes, and one of you guys would have gone home. So you're kind of
no,
lucky I
Why
didn't
didn't you
show
give
up.
that to me, bro?
Brady, but I wouldn't have pushed for it if you were there. That's
Brady,
the
who would you have
difference,
targeted?
baby
Me or-
girl.
Yeah.
Wait,
If you were there,
wait,
would you
what?
have gone London?
If you were there, it would have likely been Landon, but because you weren't there, me and Gus were allowed to push for you.
That changed
I
the outcome
really
of the
didn't.
entire
I really
season.
didn't have time. I didn't have time to strategize with anybody though. I would
no,
have
if you'd have
strategized
pulled
with
Landon,
Landon.
Brady, could you have given me that steal
Your
vote?
bad, Brady.
If
Yeah,
you'd
I
have stolen
loved
one of
all
our
the
votes,
moves
I'd have
I made
pulled
in
an
the
idol.
pre-merge,
Wait, guys, I have a question. If Ethan's in the end, does he win no matter what?
Oh
I think so. I think
Yes, no
so.
doubt.
Ethan
I would say
beats
Pellegrino 3.
God himself.
I would put Devin at 4, I think.
Completely.
I put Devin at 4. Yes.
I don't think
Number
Devin was
at 3.
getting votes at the end though.
No, I don't think so either.
Devin
I would
would-
vote for Devin.
I would have also voted for Devin if he
I think
made
what
the
Devin
game.
needs to work on, I think Devin's just such a blunt person, and that he needs in this game, bluntness isn't something that people.
He's a little chaotic.
You just can't.
Yeah.
He just has to work on that, and I think Devin can win.
That interview definitely getting to him though.
Oh no, Devin gets votes though. I mean,
Yeah.
I think he
Yeah, like he does good. It's just hard to make it to the end when you're like that. When you're like that big of a personality and you're like that outwardly of a threat, it's hard to make it to the end.
Wait. I gotta ask something to all these people here that voted Kevin out over Ethan. Why the heck did you do that?
Kevin self-voted, and that's why Kevin went home.
Yeah, if
Oh,
Kevin
Kevin
voted Ethan, then
self-voted?
Ethan goes home.
If
One
Kevin
second.
would have voted for
Oh.
Ethan, which Kevin would have had he not been asleep, he
Oh.
would have won.
Was it like a split vote and Kevin just messed it up or something?
3-2.
Oh, so
I don't
Oh,
remember the
Kevin
vote count, but I
self-voted.
know that with one more vote, instead of Kevin getting a self vote, if Kevin voted for Ethan, then Ethan would have went and Kevin would have stayed in the game. That's what would have happened.
oh mom.
Oh, so number 4, I said Devin. Number 5,
Landon.
Miles or
Jonah.
I didn't realize that.
I do think
Kevin
Landon. Yes,
self-voted.
Landon number 5. Number 6,
Miles.
Miles. I was about to say that. I was about to put Miles at 5, but
What
I
about
think Landon
Seared?
did make it further.
I think they're swappable, honestly.
they are swappable.
I
I think
think
number 6. I yield.
Jonah at number 6.
What
Uh,
about Seared?
Yeah, what
I
about
got taken out
Sears?
with one
Seared. Oh
vote.
my gosh, I forgot about Seared. What the hell? No, it's not right. I'm just right.
I say
Wait.
Seared's ahead a
No,
lot ahead
Seared,
of a lot
Seared,
of
no,
those.
Seared just got second place. Like, what am I talking about? Okay, no,
Did
Seared.
they tie for second?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tied for second. I'm sorry, I forgot all about Seared. I'm sorry. I love you, Seared. You know I do.
Of course you did. Amir always forgets about
Seared
somebody.
played, no, Seared did play very well. He also was very entertaining.
No, it was 7-2 too. Right? Yeah.
Seared was sending me pictures of his butt and his shirt. His shirt
What the
off
fuck?
during the wake up time.
He had a picture of him doing a handstand like on weights or something, didn't he?
He's very strong. I forgot about Seared. Pellegrino, why'd you vote for Seared? Let's talk about that.
To win?
Yeah, why'd you vote for Seared to win?
Let me
Oh, I
send
thought
my-
that was his answer. I was like, what?
All right. So it literally, as I was typing out my confessional, I was thinking about voting Seared almost the entire final tribal councils session because, sorry, AJ, you did a bad job talking, but also.
I'm not a good talker. Like that's just
So-
who I am. I'm not.
so
a
when
good-
And but like I said, I did work really closely with both of you. And then right as I was writing, I was thinking about voting AJ because I know how hard he pushed at the end. But just this idea of like Seared was never targeted once. And to me, that's a pretty big thing because especially a game of people who all want redemption so bad, everybody's name is going to come up. And like the entire time I was in merge, I can't speak for pre-merge. I was
Sears was targeted in
Yes,
that
Sears was
first
targeted
vote
on
where
Brady.
all of you
People
stacked
voting
votes on
you out,
Brady, and you
Pellegrino.
got
Dr. Mike's sets clinic.
Seared-
Me. I don't know. why.
Seared, from when I was active in the merge, when I came back, Seared was not brought up as someone who was going to be eliminated. His name was only used as like a fake name, and to me that was, and like he still was out here as part of big moves, and I couldn't be more happy for AJ. I know how hard he worked, and it could have been just a half second more, and my mind would have switched back to AJ. It was a very torn decision, and I'm happy for AJ. He deserves this, but I felt like Seared needed my vote, so I voted.
I
Seared.
think
Seared
1
was better than
AJ,
me at
2
FPC.
Ethan. Then I put Seared at 3. Then I'd put who was 3 before Pellegrino, right?
Me.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'd put Pellegrino.
What
Then
about
I put-
Billy? He tied for second.
I think Billy played well, but I would put Billy a little bit further down, but I have to write it out first. But I'll tell you guys eventually. But
how much better was Seared's FTC than me? Because I know I'm not a good talker.
in my opinion,
I thought Billy honestly did the best.
I thought Billy
Yeah,
by
that's-
far.
that's
was out.
kind of
Billy
why I
Billy was
voted
able. Billy basically had a pile of shit, and he made it look like gold for us.
Mhm.
Honestly, he did a fantastic.
Like the whole jury
job.
chat was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna vote for Billy."
Yeah,
He's coming
dog.
into this. It was like AJ's winning. 100%.
AJ, you did get 7 votes. That's a lot more than 2. So you did, like, I do think you did definitely deserve to win.
Mhm. No doubt about it. You were the best player out of the 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Right,
Seared,
Ethan, talk
Seared,
about that. Why'd you go Billy if you think he's the best player?
I like Billy's game more than I do AJ's.
And Ethan just felt that AJ didn't deserve a unanimous win, which
I
was
also don't think he deserved it.
unanimous.
Seared and Billy still get good though. I should be proud.
I actually think 7-2-2 is actually like a nearly perfect vote count for these three. If I had to sit there and look at it, that's what I would have wanted.
Oh my god, it was so funny because in the speeches, Billy's like, I wouldn't say I was playing the middle, but I remember he called me like a bunch of nights, like after I was voted out. He would call me and just talk about his game because he needed to rant about the game to somebody. And he's like, I'm playing the middle so well. And in his speech, he's like,
Billy's definitely underrated. I don't think Billy
oh,
played.
Billy is underrated. I think Billy
He did not
Bro,
play
Billy's
badly.
great
He didn't
game.
play-
I
he
was
wasn't
so
nearly as bad as
surprised.
anyone was saying.
I just think it's funny
Put
that
it
he said
last.
that in his speech he wasn't, but he called me and he said it.
He wasn't playing nearly as bad as people were painting him or portraying him to have played. He didn't play just because he's not like this loud person that make like flashy moves. That
Yeah, I
doesn't
mean,
mean that he-
me and Devin are by far the loudest people on the cast.
Yes,
We
I'll
all
add
know
that
that.
to the chat, yes.
It's easy to
I
hide.
think the biggest issue with Billy's game is that after the touchy subjects, he was playing for third or second place instead of playing to